Hello and welcome to tonight's Get in Tune. I am Michael Gracia, and I have a really fun show tonight. It's my holiday show. This week is Christmas, and wanted to do a holiday show. Wanted to have some friends on to chat with, friends whose work I really enjoy, and see where they're at now, what they've been up to. A couple of people couldn't come on. Some may show up a little later. But one of them that couldn't come on tonight, who wanted to, is Mike Belcher. Big fan. If you haven't checked out the video with him, you can go look back in my YouTube playlist. He's a fantastic illustrator, has this really nice Silver Age feel to his work, and is currently working on a public domain character, the Black Bat. And I forgot the writer right now, but I think he wrote the Green Hornet comics in the 90s. And I just want to wish him a happy birthday, which is why he can't be here tonight. It is his birthday. So happy birthday, Mike. Also, Michael Cook, creator of Chucky Chicken. He was planning to be on tonight, but he's having internet issues. So he's hoping to pop on a little later if he can get it worked out. In the meantime, though, I did want to show his latest holiday cartoon. So I'm going to share the screen, you guys. I got a bunch of people down waiting down in the green room. After the video, I'll bring them on. So let's check out the latest Chucky Chicken cartoon. Is this it? Yep. So share. And let me get this full screen.
Caroling among the leaves so green. Here we come a-caroling, so happy to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and a Merry Christmas too. May God bless you and send you a happy new year. May God tidings we bring to you and your king. Good tidings for Christmas and a happy new year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
I love the Christmas, the holly and the mistletoe, all the presents make you money.
And a happy new year.
All right, the rest are just credits. So let's stop the share and let's start bringing on our guests. First person I'm bringing on, and I'll introduce them all and then have them introduce themselves and tell you what they're doing. He is an illustrator. He is a map maker. He is a D&D aficionado. Let's bring on Andrew Rodriguez. Hey, Andrew.
Hi, how you doing? How you doing, Mike? What's up?
Not much. I'm happy to have you on tonight.
Thank you so much. Right. Thank you for having me. It's been a while since I've talked to anybody.
Well, it's been 11 months since you've been on my show. I checked.
Wow.
So let's bring on our last two we got right now. More should be showing up later. We've got whatever you want to call him here, cartoonist, illustrator, all around interesting guy, Ray Felix. Hey, Ray.
Ray. Ziggy.
Dude, I'm loving you have this sepia tone going on in your.
Oh, you like that?
Everything looks great. I love it.
That's my lighting features. It gives you a different. You got a blue light.
Yeah, I never play with mine. I got them all here too, but I like the sepia filter. It looks great.
It goes well with the red wall.
Yeah.
And the red shirt.
Not that I can see it as red right now, but
rust red.
And now let's bring on our next guy. Oh, it looks like we have somebody else popping into the green room, but let's first introduce Incredicon and Incredichat co-founder and pop culture specialist Mike Lopez.
The guy that meets
Hello,
all the
Mike.
famous people and never invites me.
Who is not paying attention right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading a book.
hey.
And we have someone else
Classic Christmas
that
intro.
his camera to oh, I think let's try to get him on. Ray, this is your business partner, another great, interesting guy with stories that go back very far. We got Tom Sciacca.
Hey,
Stories.
hey.
Yeah, I'm walking to the bedroom here because I was having a problem getting on. It was the wonderful Facebook. Anyhow, hold on 1 second. I'm getting set up here, setting up my little studio here in the bedroom.
Wait, so
guys.
Tom's walking to the bedroom because he was having trouble getting it on.
Mike, you're so funny. I forgot to laugh.
Bada boom.
All right, I'm here now. We're here and we're queer.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, and I got my shirt.
I'm going to have everyone go around just for those who don't know you. Everyone go around. Start with Andrew. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you've been working on, and where people can find you.
For the past few months, I've been working with a studios called Storm Bunny Studios on a project called Bloodlines and Black Magic. I've been doing a lot of play testing, and it's pretty much like a murder mystery set in Wisconsin. The company is actually set in Wisconsin, so all their stories are like these deep woods encounters with cryptids like Loch Ness monsters and Bigfoot, and even like right now we have like the Hodag, which is kind of like a Wisconsin legend, and all these different like folktale monsters. And it also sets like you are either a hunter or a wizard, but they are naturally from this realm. So you are a modern person with all these like mysterious things are happening. I always say that it's kind of like more a very serious supernatural, but then it turns into like kind of like a supernatural episodes. But you are playing like an investigator of some sorts of some incident. It's been good. I've actually play tested like 2 modules, and I've been working with them for a while. Before though, I actually worked, and now I'm still working with a group from DM Labs with Wizard of the Coast, and I've actually been making modules for Dungeons and Dragons. For the Dungeons & Dragons world setting, Eberron, and it's been phenomenal. So I'm actually like the D&D kid who came into this industry to draw maps and draw Dungeons & Dragons characters is now working for Dungeons & Dragons Wizard of the Coast.
That's awesome, man! Congratulations on that.
Does that have anything to do with the Wizard? Does that have anything to do with the Wizard comic guys, or a totally different company?
No, it's basically Dungeons & Dragons. Wizard of the Coast are the guys who run the entire who runs Dungeons & Dragons, and DM Labs is their subsidiary company that actually produces modules for people to play. So you actually have like the big modules, and then you have the open license modules that you can actually create different modules for people to play. And the cool thing is, when I started, it was like like I told last year, it was like in peak times where like, I don't want to say it, but the big C that's been around but I got the job during that time, and I got an art director credit, and art director credit, and I worked my ass off just to get that book. Excuse the language. But yeah, bless you. And I'm actually very happy to be where I am right now. Bless you, Mr. So yeah, it's like, I believe when I met Ray, when I met Mike, they saw me always drawing a map or some kind of D&D character, and now, lo and behold, I'm working for 3 companies, I should say, right now, who are actually making games. So I think another game designer should also be in my title. It's kind of weird,
No, but that's great, dude. I'm thrilled.
That's awesome.
You know, you're living
Congrats.
your dreams.
Yeah, the game I'm playing now, the Cryptics one. It's like they had me go into the part of the internet where, and the YouTube where, just like I don't want to know about Loch Ness monsters or Bigfoot. I'm not really, I'm a very big skeptic of those things. I just think it's just crazy people in the woods. But I had to research a lot of these like folklores and got into like this. Let's just say I have an interesting algorithm around my YouTube channel that just promotes like that kind of content now, which is like, okay, hey, guys, have you seen this? And like, it's been fascinating. It's a really cool game. I was given a character to portray. So after I believe session 10, we're going to send it out, and it's going to be on Twitch.
Oh,
so you're going to actually see me playing this game for the past year on Twitch. Instead of just doing it on live, it's just going to be a stream of videos, and then the last video, like the last hurrah, is going to be on live. Yeah. I'm absolutely like scared a little bit because it's like, okay, now you're putting a camera in front of my face to play D&D.
Hey man, your dream came true. That's what's important.
Yeah, that's the important stuff.
I mean, I hope it came with a little bit more cash, but it did came through.
Hey, renegotiate after this contract expires.
All right, let's
I'm gonna do.
Let's move on to Felix.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
We're good here.
What do you want me to tell you about myself?
Tell us about the work you do, all the fun stuff.
I'll keep it short. Used to work in a comic book store called Wow Comics as a kid. Got into comic book conventions at 14. Started my own comic book company at 20. Started doing indie comic books and publishing them like 28. And I was doing stuff at 20, but it was like underground, going to Copycats. I don't know if you guys know Copycats.
Yeah.
Used to be a printing shop on 82nd Street,
mm-hmm.
3rd Avenue. And so we did fanzines. So I started with the fanzines, Roadkill Review with Jeff Vargan. Then got into the adult comics. Like Michael there was reading a copy of OD's Hopeful Hints. Then in 2008, the Bronx Heroes came along. You know, that was like a brain fart that went far. It's still going well.
Love that.
Doing conventions, comic conventions. We actually have something coming up this March. I'm not officially announcing it, but if this COVID thing is dying down, then we have something happening in between March and April that we're going to be doing back in the Bronx.
Cool. Working
with some organizations. And we also have some women in comic stuff happening as well with the new ladies that are running the women in comics. So a lot of good things are happening, and then also the Black Power. We have the Bronx Heroes comics. Trevor Von Eden worked on the new issues 5 and 6, which are coming out. These are the first 2 issues here.
Hold on one second. I want to give you the screen.
These are reprint copies of the 10th anniversary edition, which are now 2 years old. With Paris Cullen covers. So these are not the original covers, but these are our flip covers. So Black Power, Heavy Traffic, and the Roach. And Punchline Volume 2. I'm actually coloring it right now while we're talking and chatting over here. So we're working on Volume 2 of that.
That's great.
So a lot of cool stuff. You know.
All right, and we see someone else working away here. Tom.
Who? Oh, me. Oh. Hi.
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 Tell the audience about yourself.
About myself. Okay. Where did I start? Okay, so I'm gonna have to do the short version. Could it be
1975, Tom? That's where we left off last time.
It could be 3 hours. All right. Basically, in the 70s, I went to high school with Cardinal Hayes with an unknown comic artist, George Perez. Okay, and so we started out together. I brought him to his first comic book convention, a Phil Schooling convention at the Sattler Hilton. I introduced him to a bunch of my friends who were doing fanzines. We started doing fanzines together with T.J. Glenn, and we met Paul Levitz, who was 13 at the time, and did some stuff with his fanzine. And then let's see,
13. Wow.
Yeah, so I know Paul. We know Paul since he was 13, and Paul Kupperberg too. And then let's see, fast forward, we graduated high school in '72, and before that, being that there were no like psych drugs back then, I was very ADD, so I was in high school and I had lunch with Carmine Infantino and Bill Gaines. I met him at the EC Comics convention, and went to lunch with them, and Carmine offered me a job when I graduated high school. Naturally, I forgot all about it because I was thinking about other things like girls or whatever. So I didn't do anything for 2 years. I just said, I'm going to go to college. I forgot all about that I was offered a job. So then in '74, George and I got into Marvel Comics about the same time together. We were both working with Buckler and Rich Buckler, and I started doing writing for the black and white magazines and different stuff for Don McGregor and Archie Goodwin. And then George, of course, was doing his stuff. We all know what that is. And then it went on from there. I went to work for DC. After DC, I did the Galaxia. I did Astro Comics with my character Astron, of course. Did the Galaxia comic book with Rich Buckler, which we were trying to start a publishing empire that didn't happen. I wrote some rewrites of a script for a little thing called James Bond Octopussy, and from there. So right now, Ray and I, we've been working together, and so we both have completed a bunch of books that we're hopefully to do a Kickstarter with. Ray's got the News Bronx Heroes with Trevor Von Eden, who I helped start, by the way, and I discovered at DC. And I've got an Astron book, 250 pages, and currently I'm working on another Astron, which is my newer project, which I've been working on for a year. Astron 1939, from the 30s to the 70s. It's a fake history of Astron, as if I had created him like in 1939. So we did a bunch of like fake covers with Ahern inking it, Tom Ahern, and I'm working on a couple of like short stories, like in the old comic books. They were like 10-page stories. So right now I'm inking one. So let me turn this around because I don't know how to. Can you guys see that?
Let me give you the screen for a second. Hold on. There you are. Okay.
Yes. Nice.
Can you turn it again to the camera? Yeah. Right there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is so this is a 2-page I've been inking. With I'm kind of like getting inspiration from Blue Bolt, which was like Kirby's first science fiction comic. So
Yep.
So and then there's like tentacled creature that I always have, and then this stuff there. And I'm working on a couple more pages. I'm going to be inking tonight. So this is going to be one of the stories. That'll be technically the first Astron story from 1939, and then I'm going to do a bunch of it. I'll do one that's supposed to be from the 50s. It'll look EC. Then another one from the 60s. That'll look kind of like Marvel-like, and then I think I'm going to actually reprint the original Astron story from the 70s. So there. And Astron's a character that I actually initially did with George in high school. That's about 1969. So we're coming on the 52nd anniversary or something. I don't know. But and then I'm battling, and then I got a little bit a touch of prostate cancer, so I'm dealing with that. But it's not spread. I'm getting radiation, whatever. And the unfortunate irony is that, of course, my best friend George, he made the announcement about his terminal pancreatic cancer. So that has me like quite upset. So I can't. I'm not. Can you guys see me?
Yep. Not right now.
All right, hold on.
See the
stupid
artwork.
phone.
See the artwork.
All right, hold on. Because it's a stupid. I have it on the phone, and this is like an idiot phone. Now it's going back on Facebook. So, but you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, totally.
So it's like radio.
On the radio.
I have to go back on the messenger and do it. It's so retarded.
Don't worry, Tom. when you're all cured up from all this cancer, we're gonna call you the Incredible Balls. All right.
Something
You're
like
gonna
that. I don't know.
you're gonna have radiated Hulk balls. Okay, don't worry about it.
I guess so. Whatever. Now, can you guys see from the camera?
We only see the artwork still.
Oh, you saw. So it must have froze on the artwork. So
Yeah.
that actually made me better. But
okay.
I'm trying to get on the Facebook on the messenger thing and whatever. So you may only hear my voice. Oh wait, hold on. Something's happening. Here's the link to StreamYard. Wait a minute.
Oh,
this is like the worst.
Come in.
I have to say, the Samsung Galaxy is the worst fucking phone I've ever fucking had. And I used to have a Nokia Microsoft phone, and it was a great fucking phone. But then
indestructible.
Couldn't afford it.
Yep, I had my.
It was indestructible.
Or the BlackBerry. The BlackBerry was a great phone. I could drop that 101 times. No cracks, no breaks.
And this Samsung there, they have 8 million apps, and they keep trying to. I mean, it's just a disaster. Hold on, I'm re-entering the broadcast studio, guys.
Okay. In the meantime, we're going to move on to Mike.
Move on to the next guy, please.
Yes.
The other Mike. The mic behind the mic.
Yes.
The mic behind the mic. What's going on?
Mike to die.
Mr. Lopez.
The what?
Mr. Lopez.
So, Mike, let's talk about you for a moment. Tell everybody about yourself, what you do.
Well, let's see. We got about half an hour. No.
Oh, and his love affair with the cowardly dog.
Oh, well, we love our friend Marty. So yeah.
That there's something going on with you two. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Doggy style. I don't know.
Oh my God.
You two, I know. I've seen you at so many conventions together with no girls. I don't know. And he screams a lot.
Well, he doesn't want to get in trouble with his girlfriend.
All right. Let's let Mike introduce himself.
Anyway. So with Grazia, we designed Incredicon, which then evolved over the pandemic into IncrediChat.
It evolved. Yes.
It evolved.
Like Dr. Manhattan.
Like Dr. Manhattan. So for the Get in Tune people who don't watch IncrediChat, although I'm sure a bunch of people do.
Yeah, we have a lot of mixed, a crossover in our.
Where's Joe Ryan?
I don't know. He said he was going to be watching tonight.
Where the hell is Joe Ryan? Where the hell is Joe Ryan?
You're gonna have to put a little disclaimer in the beginning of this episode, Michael.
I think I might have to.
The comments and opinions by Ray Felix.
I think Tom took the cake.
Anyways, so Grazia stepped away from IncrediChat for a bit, but he comes back from time to time. So I do that. It's a semi weekly because now that the real world has kind of reinstated talk show where we've got fun people and we've had artists, writers, celebrities, some cool guests coming up in the new year once again, and it's cool and we have a lot of fun. We did our Incredicon in the mall. Ray and Tom were there.
Yeah.
And we have more events coming from 2022 in the new year.
Well, we did better there than in Rhode Island.
Ain't that the truth?
But you had that great hotel experience in Rhode Island. Ray, you should send
yeah.
Hold on, Tom.
Motel Hell.
Don't remind me.
And that's what I do.
I'm backstage now, Mike.
I know. Well, you're still on stage.
I'll be backstage when you're.
Well, I don't know what to the picture.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna remove this one on stage
the
right
Max
now.
Headroom, Tom Sciacca here with the.
All right, let's see.
Anyway,
there he is.
He's back.
And I guess to wrap myself up, I'm kind of like a little bit of a pop culture guru. I was on Comic Book Men twice. That's my little claim to fame.
Yeah.
With the great Ming Chen.
And, he also was on the set for the third movie, right? Did you get a little thing there?
Yeah.
I did get to check out. I wasn't on set. I was when they were filming. I was across the street from the Quick Stop.
You didn't get a cameo?
I would have loved a cameo, but my little claim to fame is my 2 episodes of Comic Book Men, available on Amazon Prime. You can check those out now.
They need to do the episode that I was in. That was a great episode. They never aired. You know, that was a it was a horror. They need to do the lost episodes disc or something like that.
There's no DVDs, unfortunately. I'd have it.
Yeah. No, there's no DVDs. Really?
No, they didn't put out DVD. I was at the store not that long ago, and I said, "Well," and this is while the show was still on. I said, "Well, why aren't they doing?" He's like, "Yeah, they're streaming." So
they're still playing it on Pluto TV, actually.
But you want? I'll tell you a cool thing about Comic Book Men. So and Ray was on this for those guys watch it, right? So so a lot of the items that they bought on Comic Book Men, you know, they kind of resold via the store or their website and stuff like that. So the very first episode I was on, I sold and Happy Days, Fonz and the Happy Days gang sell. Because Walt's a big fan of Happy Days. So we were down there because the secret stash has moved from 35 35 Broad Street. I forget the new address. They just moved down maybe like 4 or 5 shops. So they have there's a new thing. Anyways, in the back of the store they have Walt, Brian, and Q from Impractical Jokers do Tell 'em Steve Dave, which is a great podcast. And that's where they have their recording studio. The cell that I sold them is framed and up in their studio. So one of the only pieces of merchandise that they bought on the show that they actually kept.
Wow. That's cool. Really cool.
So
that's very cool.
Tom's frozen.
You can ask for a royalty for that.
Well, no, Walt. I was down there. I saw Walt during the summer. I took a photo with Walt and that because it's a great thing. Why is Tom frozen?
It's his phone. You heard him.
There he is. Well, I like that extreme close up.
Just let it go, Tom. Just let it go.
Yeah. Tom, we'll get you back on. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see something.
Tom's like
hold on.
He reminds me of Tom Welling in Smallville. He's like the Blur.
The Blur.
All right. I don't know which one. I still have Tom set up as the other one. I don't know. Let's find out. This one's. Oh wait. Hold on. His mic.
How many episodes is this, you guys? Since you guys been doing this, what episode are you?
This show for me, honestly, I'd have to look it up. But I had my 1 year in June.
Yeah.
So that was about 60 episodes, and I've only missed, I think, 2 since June. Let me just tell Tom, it's telling me your mic is not connected. If you can
love that image of him there.
Remember John Belushi as Elizabeth Taylor when he was choking on the chicken?
So let's just
looks like John Denver.
John Denver.
Well, Tom's working his equipment out there. Let me just ask you guys, because I wanted to talk a little bit about comics, the biz, animation, everything. Just starting with comics. Are you guys reading anything interesting right now you'd like to share that people should be checking out? Or you're not reading comics right now? What's going on with you guys? Whoever wants to answer first.
You guys should be reading Punchline, the Clown Detective.
I'm scared of clowns. Sorry, no.
I actually have gone cold turkey on comics. I stopped buying them. I had a few relapses where I actually broke down and bought them, but ever since I discovered readallcomics.com, I stopped. It really helped me get that monkey, the comic monkey off my back. With that Wednesday itch that I have to always buy a comic book on Wednesday. It killed the ritual. But I figured I could read them free online, but now I'm not even interested in reading them online because I miss holding them in my hand.
Books, yeah.
So, but I am reading a lot of old comic books. I bought some collections, and I bought some books at Mike's last show, and at the Incredicon, and then I brought some books from the last few shows I did, and I've been reading those. Okay. So I read Judge Dredd from the 80s.
Nice.
I'm reading a novel that I borrowed from a friend of mine about Marvel, the business, the truth, the untold story of Marvel. Great book.
Are you mentioned in it?
No, it's on the 40s and something. It's like
not about the
whole history from like the 40s all the way to I guess I don't know where it ends because I'm not at the ending yet, but probably into probably the 80s or 90s. And then I was reading also quite a few books. Akira, I read the Akira series. I bought the Dark Horse box set
Really?
on eBay. That it was going for 200, and I actually got it for 150.
Nice.
So I read the entire collection. That was like my favorite manga growing up as a kid, and I read the whole thing. I just felt gypped because I didn't get the patch in the box after, it's like, but I've been reading a lot of comic books, I'm reading a lot of novels, I'm reading a lot of like self-help books. My wife got me a book on help me reflect on my childhood psychology stuff. I dabble into that one a little bit. Help me with my temper, my short temper.
Hold on, I'm hearing some feedback. I'm just going to mute everybody's mic real quick and see who it's coming from.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it was you, Ray. But
no, it can't be me. My mic's fine. Hello.
Oh no,
hello.
maybe it's
Syphilis.
Maybe it's Andrew's.
Yeah.
Is it my mic? I don't believe so.
Know. It was a weird sound for him on like a little feedback, but it's okay.
No, there's a truck picking up garbage, and I just try to close as many doors as I can.
Oh, okay.
You guys can't hear it, so yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's interesting that you say you quit comics cold turkey, basically. I've kind of done the same thing. All I'm reading now, I buy a lot of old trade stories either I liked or wanted to read. I actually found at my local shop a reprints. I should pull it out. I don't know where it is right now. Of like the old Human Torch from like the 40s.
Yeah.
40s there. I got that. But I'm doing a lot of like things I donate to on Kickstarter. I back on Kickstarter, Indiegogo. A lot more independent I've been following myself. A lot of the mainstream stuff I'm just out of.
I've been reading Superman 78.
How is that? I haven't read it yet.
Batman 89. It's fun.
I did read the Batman 89. That's the one. That was one of my relapses. I read the first 2 issues.
That's fun. It's fun. And what else am I reading? I'm reading Scooby-Doo and Batman.
They're still making that?
They are making that. I'm reading this one. This is a Ray Felix favorite. Popples. No.
Oh, very cool. I never heard of that. What's it called?
The Popples. You never heard of the Popples?
I'm just being ridiculous. But no, like so. Here, this is a good one that you guys might like.
Rainbow Bright.
Oh wow, that's a classic.
No, so what I've been doing is
crap.
Listen. You laugh. I've been buying comics and flipping comics.
I bet you that book is worth a lot of money though.
So I'll actually, you guys. So buying comics is like, you got to know what you're looking for. So I'm gonna just show you guys this one.
Let's see what you got.
Hold on, I'm gonna give you full screen, Mike.
Slabs are better. Let's have the slab competition here.
You want to talk about comics? I'll throw some books out to you in a minute. Where the hell is it? Where the hell is this? Hold on. I don't know where the hell this book is.
Yeah, Grant Morrison had a good book too that was called the I'm keep hitting the wrong keyboard. I got like 2 keyboards in front of me.
Let's see.
Here. All right. So, and this book is pretty rare. Actually, so I bought this for like $10 at a show. And I actually sold one for $83.
Whoa.
So this book here.
Muppet Babies. 1988.
Hold on. I think I have that issue.
Well, so here's the deal. So back when they were doing this, they did these covers where they have these frames, right?
Yeah, I remember that. Great.
Yeah.
So here's the little thing: Muppet Babies and Ewoks. If you have either the Muppet Babies or the Ewoks books, we're talking like almost $100 books on these. Because remember, Star Comics were made for children.
Yeah,
they were rolled up. They were, so people like to have the whole set.
Yeah, I actually have a lot of the Star books back what is it? I got like the Heathcliff stuff. I got
those ones aren't worth the money. It
doesn't matter. I love Heathcliff.
I know.
I was a big
I do have the Ewoks. I know I have some of them.
And how much was that Rainbow Bright? You said $80?
That's like a $25 book. Thundercats. I bought these at a show. A bunch of Thundercats.
I got a few of the Thundercats.
All hots. Silverhawks. All those things are pretty hot right now.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I flipped I flipped that Muppet Babies for about $83. I sold the Star Comics #1 Masters of the Universe for about $160.
Don't tell me you bought it in a $1 box. You bought it in a $1 box?
Well, the original copy of that Muppet Babies I had. This is my second copy. The first one I bought in a quarter box. How about that?
All those things used to be in the $1 box a couple of years ago.
Well, that's
now. Now, with COVID, everything's gone up.
Let's talk about like $1 box stuff.
Hold on, Joe Ryan has appeared. Hello, Joe.
I got my Submariner slab here.
Nice.
We got this guy here. Well, this girl, right? First appearance of Madam Web.
Nice.
Yeah.
Coming to the Spider-Verse. Here's a hot book right now. This book's a really hot one. Marvel Spotlight.
I love Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night.
Nice.
Classic.
First Werewolf by Night. And
the very first one, huh?
I should say. Moon Knight #1.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Hot books, because we got the stuff that's. And so here's the little tip, because again, I've been dabbling in this. For anybody watching and you guys, right now the hot, and some of the guys I know probably kill me, but if you don't know this, you know this already. We're going into the supernatural world of Marvel. So anything supernatural is hot right now. So Werewolf by Night, Tomb of Dracula is hot right now. I got a bunch
Man Thing.
Man Thing. Anything supernatural, because that's
Look at that one. Look at that one, Mikey.
Ooh, hold on. I want to give you the. I need to give you the screen for that. Right. Hold on.
all right.
This book should have been graded much higher. They graded a 4.5.
Oh,
This
nice.
should have been like an 8 easily. But
Nice, a classic.
They got
Yeah,
the scams. They got the scams going on over there at CGC.
I know. I got a bunch of books out here. Look at this.
Man Thing.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So it looks like Mike's got the Silver Age and I got the Golden Age. Look at that. Look at that.
Which one's that there? Hold on.
Three.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
This is the Golden Record edition.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys remember. The original came with a record, so this is the very first Thor reprint.
Oh, it's a reprint?
Oh, that was the one. That's one of the ones that. Did you get that one from me?
No. I bought this from eBay. It was actually rated. It's in mint condition, but they rated it at a 4.5 because they're a bunch of jerks. But it's mint condition.
Because I had one of those that I sold for like $150 a couple of years ago.
It's worth $600 mint condition.
So here's the one. This is probably
Let me go commit suicide now.
Let's see what you got, Mike. Let's see what you got.
This is probably going to be a 0.5.
Okay.
But listen, I paid $1 for this. This is a sweet title. Again, it's in really crappy condition. It was cool for $1.
Wow, more. Yeah.
More.
The cover's all jacked up, but I mean, for $1, it was like, and then they got second.
I love
Morbius. I gotta
man.
match that with Spider-Man 19, Mike.
Nice. So
you got some great books there.
Here's these again. These are cheap books. The guy was selling them for like $1, and again, they're really crappy condition. But I'll share with you. First appearance of Shocker.
Nice.
Wow, that's amazing.
$1.
It's amazing. It's Spider-Man.
No cover, but I mean, for $1, I mean, you can't beat that crap, right?
Oh no, those are good reads too. You know, it's good to.
So Mike, are you finding where are you finding these things? Like, are you just like myself driving through like out of the States and just like estate sales and stuff like that, or are you just at comic conventions?
Comic cons. I have a couple of sources. I have a couple.
Captain America 100.
Beautiful, man.
Here, what do we got?
They cheat. This thing has not a wrinkle or a fold in it, and they only gave it a 5.5. It should be a 9.
Here's another.
Maybe it has a weird smell.
Another Werewolf by Night. Another great Werewolf by Night. I think this is second appearance. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it smells just like bullshit. CGC bullshit.
Right, exactly. I know where you're going. I was at that. Jesus.
What book is that?
That's the first Hulk 102 when
nice.
he from after it was Tales to Astonish. So
nice.
Ray, I tell you, when I was like volunteering at one of the conventions, I was actually at that table where all these people were like getting their books graded, and I'm telling you, some of these books were pristine. Like I could tell the guy was pristine, and it's like just because he brought it to the con to get it rated, it was already devalued for some freaking reason. And I'm just like these
guys are.
I was cursing underneath my breath because like I was cursing underneath my breath because I'm seeing it all the time, and these are like pristine. And then of course they do like that. I don't want to say nothing, but they do that dealing in the back. We just want to talk about.
You want to know something? This is how I knew it was a scam. I have 2 of these, right?
Yeah.
2 of these issues, the same issue. Now, one I bought from a eBay comic book store. It's rusted staples. It's folded over. It's cigarette smoke. It's smoky, like this person was a smoker. It's a 4.5. That makes sense. That's an honest.
Yeah.
This one is clean, white pages, totally pressed, like like no mistakes or messes. It's also a 4.5.
Yeah.
So how does a rusty staple comic book get a 4.5? Because the comic book store guy is probably
they do this in Florida. They just get people like they could be working at McDonald's or whatever. They're working there for literally minimum wage doing this. Yeah. They get training for a day. Yeah, that's how you know, and they flipped. Have you seen the video of the guy flipping through like the Superman #1? Yeah. Like, grading it, and he's just flipping it like he was flipping like a brand new comic. Oh, let me flip the pages over.
Yeah.
So they probably destroyed the comic while looking at it.
I swear they need one of these guys with like white gloves, like massive, like a antique roadshow looking guy, and just like, just go through the like. I'm telling you, I was watching this from afar. I don't want to talk about like that type of experience, but from afar, I was like, that can't be right. That rating can't be. It's like I'm like, no, this couldn't have that rating. Like, I remember,
like, CGC was created. The whole purpose behind CGC was created for eBay.
It's a scam. Yeah, it's a total
scam. Because what happened was people were like, oh, I bought this book, and then it's like, oh, I got a shitty copy in, and then they send you back their shitty copy, and then eBay doesn't care as long as it's a copy of like, oh, here's here's your Moon Knight #1. It's half a book, but it's still Moon Knight #1, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's why CGC was created. So that's
right.
I don't know. I don't have it. I have my Hellboy the Corpse that I found. The Corpse #1, Hellboy the Corpse, and I brought it to these guys, and I had it rated. I paid them their money, and it barely went above 5.5, and I was just like, BS, because it just came from the store to you. Like it came from the store to you. Like,
you have to pay extra if you want a 9. Like from
the store to you. Like
I have about 20 books out right now to CGC that are getting graded, and some
Iron Man #2, pristine white, right? And it's 4.5. Give me a break.
All your books are 4.5.
Yeah, they graded all these books.
What does that say?
I sent these all together. I sent them all together in a lot. Like I sent them all at once, and they rated everything 4.5 to 5.5.
So they saw your name, man.
Here's another
I'm Rican. We'll just screw him.
Here's another Tales to Astonish. Again, this is not great. I'm not going to get it. It's a crappy copy. First time Abomination.
Oh wow!
In there was this issue 90. Issue 90. You guys know about this character? This is a cool. We're talking Marvel horror, right? Do you know the story about this character, Scarecrow?
Yeah.
And how they had to change the name because of DC. So,
really?
Yeah.
Wow. So all of a sudden, Scarecrow is like their property.
What's that?
All of a sudden, the Scarecrow, their property is not PD.
Well, there's Punchline. There's a Scarecrow and Punchline too, right?
Good idea.
Ray's starting his next.
What's Punchline?
That's it.
What's
we write Scarecrow versus the Punchline.
Oh man.
We have some more interesting characters out there. We have a Jester, the King Anarchy, the original Anarchy that I sent to them back as a teenager.
I would think the Scarecrow is a public domain character.
Absolutely, come on.
Well, a Scarecrow has been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah,
right. Exactly. Come on, they got it from the Wizard of Oz.
The
Scarecrow. Let's take a break from comics for a few minutes, guys. We can come back to it. But I'm curious, what you guys are watching right now. Are you guys doing the Disney Plus Hawkeye stuff? You guys watching anything else that's interesting? I know Andrew posted that he was watching The Witcher, the new season.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah. Can I say something about The Witcher?
Yeah.
I saw it in one night, like from one to like all the episodes. I was so enthralled by the Witcher, and also I read the blood of Elves. I was like, Henry Cavill, he could be Superman, but there are so many freaking Supermans before him. Like there's just so many, but he has his iconic character is The Witcher. He has now said, well, if you think anyone else is going to play The Witcher, you're going to be no, Henry Cavill, and then you. He has now set himself to be that character's franchise iconic character. I highly recommend it because me as who's a reader of the books and played the games, and I was just in shock and like amazed on how like dedicated they were and maybe even the actor himself. That's like who was just so dedicated to that source material. I'm joshing because I think I'm biased because I'm that kind of dude who into all the fantasy stuff, but I'm telling you, man, I really believe that like Henry Cavill could do he could do like 20 seasons, 10 seasons, but he'll probably do like 6. After seventh season, any show just gets stagnant. That's just my theory.
But he's also like a big time geek. He's into all that stuff. He reads the books, he plays, the games and stuff. So for him, this is probably
he built his own game console computer.
Yeah. There was a video of him watching him.
Oh no, he's one of us. He's one of us.
Yeah.
He's better looking.
He also actually has might be the next Captain Britain for Marvel Universe.
Yes. Yeah. I've heard stories about that too.
Yeah.
Guys, mic issues. You have a mic issue, right? So I'm sorry. But yeah, you had a mic issue for a second. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I believe he could play Captain Britain. I absolutely think he could be a Bond. But when it comes to like where I see this actor in the next 20 years and kids who are going to grow up playing the games and playing the books and reading the books, I see this guy I'll be like my older brothers are like, no, man, Reeves is the best Superman. I said, no. I liked no one seems to like really have like a fan base like that has like you understand like the actress iconic character, and I'm gonna say that's Harry Cavill, that's his, and it's gonna be very rough to like recast him or anything. It's like saying Blade. Who's gonna be the next Blade? Everyone's gonna be like, no, man, it's Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes always in your head. It's gonna be always Blade, just like Black Panther.
What about Dave Chappelle?
Well, that would be cool. Comes out of darkness. And just like,
you would be a good Blade. The comedian JB Smoove.
JB Smoove. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be cool.
And, he's secret. Blade is undercover in the Spider-Man movie, so that's why he's in there.
Well,
Flavor Flav should be Blade. Flavor Flav.
Yeah. They're saying that Blade might show up in the Mobius movie.
Yeah, he should. I mean, it's.
Well, I mean, what's trending right now online is the possibility: is Spider-Man going to show up at the end of Hawkeye?
Really?
I don't. Well, I mean, listen. Let me just ask you: who here has seen the Spider-Man film?
I haven't
seen it.
You haven't yet, right?
No.
Okay, I'm not spoiling anything for you.
You can spoil it. I don't care.
No.
Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Peter Parker has baby Spider. He gets impregnated in another universe.
Joe Ryan hasn't seen Spider-Man.
He hasn't seen. We can't spoil it for Joe. But I will say there was something in the Spider-Man film that does link up to the Hawkeye series.
Oh, really?
That would be really cool if he does show up at the end of this season, if not sometime in the next season.
Do they show a live action Miles Morales? That's what I'm curious to find out.
No,
man, listen.
Spider-Man accidentally rips the dog's eye.
I will say this, though. I will say this. The new Spider-Man movie is my favorite Spider-Man movie to date. Going back through all the Spider-Man movies. But what I like I think Spider-Man works better. I'd like to see him as a Disney Plus series instead of a movie, where he could have these hour episodes to just go over a larger arc and do 6 episodes and get a 6-hour story as opposed to a 2-hour movie. You know, I think he would work better, especially the way they ended this movie. I'd like to see him go into the Disney Plus universe.
Well,
I have a feeling if they do a Spider-Man series, it'll be Miles Morales.
Yeah,
Live action.
I do agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I do agree. But just the way I'm saying, the way they ended this movie, I
Right.
would love to see it continue in series form.
They'll do Miles Morales because this movie's going to make too much money. This will be like $2 billion.
Yeah,
I'm not going to blow it on a series. So they'll make Miles Morales on TV.
Although
I like Miles.
We're not going to spoil anything, but there are other movies that are there are other movie ideas that are trending online right now.
And all I'm saying is my lust for the other movies right now have been sated for this one. Any other movie, I think I've just been sated. I'm not saying I've been saturated with Marvel movies because I love them. I'm enjoying Hawkeye. I'm enjoying the other ones. It's just like right now, it's like, what's next? Come on, what's next?
Hawkeye makes me feel like I'm watching Kick-Ass.
Who would play Miles Morales in live action?
JB Smoove.
Who would play Miles Morales in the live action?
Oh, what's his name? God. I forgot his name. He's in Stranger Things. The kid from Stranger Things. I forgot his name.
Oh, the kid from
Jaden
Kin.
Smith?
The kid from Kin.
Kenan Thompson.
Did you guys see Kin? That was a good one.
Real answer, I forgot the name of the kid from Stranger Things. I think he's a contender.
He looks
I think he's a contender. He's a good contender. I mean, Childish Gambino can do it.
You guys, hold on. Mike, you were saying something about what's trending right now? Other movies?
Bruno Mars.
I can't, but there are other directions that Sony may go that's trending online.
Kevin Hart.
Yes, I've seen those.
Don't throw up.
I'm not sure if they're needed. I just think it's a little bit of a hype right now.
But I could see that could be ways to go. So
I could too. I'm just saying I don't think they're needed.
You haven't
what
seen
they're talking about
yet, but yeah, there's things.
Yeah.
Should I wait for videotape, or is it worth seeing in the theater?
I've seen it in the theater. Jesus Christ.
See it in the theater. Listen, I'm you know me. I'm like Mr. Medical Issue. I don't like going out places. And I always said the Spider-Man movie would be the movie to bring me back into the theater. Well, I said a Marvel movie, but it didn't happen with Eternals. I didn't care to go see that.
You didn't like the Eternals? The
I didn't see it yet. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it to be on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I haven't seen Eternals now.
I'm waiting for the bootleg DVD.
It's the Snyder cut. It's the Snyder cut. Marvel said we could do a Snyder cut too. That's what they did.
Yeah, no. I saw the Eternals. I was in that theater.
Yeah. I saw the Eternals. It was basically.
Oh, you were the one.
Yeah, I'll wait for that for Disney Plus. But what I was saying is, for me, I wasn't going to go back to the theater unless there was a big movie for me, and that was going to be Spider-Man. I knew that. I ended up because I was down in Disney World for the D23, and they gave us a free showing of Encanto before it came out. That was my first back to the theater movie, but I feel Spider-Man was really that for me. I was in there. I was like really into the film. I didn't fall asleep like I did in Encanto. It was only 5 minutes, but
so that was the old girlfriend picture then, right?
Yeah, no, my back to the movies was like was Ghostbusters. So, but that's if you guys want to talk about Ghostbusters.
Was that good?
It's good for. It's good for
my back to the movies. Yeah. My back to the movies was James Bond.
Yeah.
And it's a James Bond, and then we went to see West Side Story, which is excellent.
Yeah, West Side Story. There's a lot of negative reviews for West Side Story, like in ratings and what people are saying. I mean, there's always
not only white people playing Puerto Ricans.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
that movie looks good.
People don't understand musicals. That's the problem. People don't understand musicals.
Watch it. I grew up. It's like one of my mother's favorite movies, the original. I grew up seeing it. I've enjoyed it multiple times. I love musicals.
Everyone's get political about everything. You can't enjoy anything anymore without someone getting political about it. It's like, all right.
I do want to see it, but again, it's waiting for streaming. I'm not not ready to pay all those prices for a movie theater.
No, I agree.
Go in and
well, no, there is a movie theater I go to. It's in Queens, and you literally, I'm like, me and my family are the only ones there. So I get the big theater, but you go to the mom and pops that no one actually goes to. That's where I it's like safe because no one has been in that theater for all day.
Unfortunately, we don't really have something like that around us here.
Yeah.
Was Pee-wee there?
What?
Main Street Cinema. I'm sorry, I'm giving them, but yeah, I go to Main Street Cinema like in Queens. It's like right next to like St. John's University. So it's
I know that area a little bit.
Yeah, so
it's up your secret stash right now. Yeah. It's gonna get crowded now.
Oh no, I hope so, but I hope the dude's nice because we always I'm the dude who always went to the movies on Thursday still. Like I always go to the movies Thursday. Yeah. But that was a big thing. Like no theater. But when I saw Ghostbusters, and I haven't seen West Side Story, but everyone does just, to me, it's like no one just understands musicals. Musicals just kind of like a niche.
Which is an American thing, which is funny that you think we would appreciate it because it's an American.
But you know what? Everybody will watch a Disney animated film, and they're just musicals.
Those are musicals, yeah.
For the most part,
and they're shitty ones too, but people love them.
I think it depends on which one
you watch. One Disney movie, you see them all. It's the same story over and over again.
What if they did? What would a Bronx Heroes musical be like?
Oh, I don't know. That's blasphemy. I don't know how the Bronx Heroes music. Bronx Heroes in Trumpland would be a musical. Because I actually wrote it like that. I wrote it like a song. Yeah.
Years ago, I like to write parody stuff. Years ago, I wrote 3 songs for a Green Lantern musical. If I can find the lyrics anywhere, there's somewhere in my studio. They're probably packed away in my closet in one of my boxes in there. But I wrote 3 songs for a Green Lantern musical. I thought it'd be hysterical. And this is back when they had was it Spider-Man on Broadway? Yeah. So however long ago that was. What
did you think about the Avengers musical on the Hawkeye show? I thought that was pretty fun.
Was hysterical.
Roger's musical.
Yeah. The Roger.
I was like, that's exactly why superheroes should not be on Broadway.
Yeah.
Man. Especially Hulk was a guy in a green hoodie. Like, how cheesy is that? I can do this all day.
It was very it was what was it? It was basically superheroes version of Rent. I felt
right.
No, it's Hamilton. It's supposed to be Hamilton.
Hamilton, but looked like Rent to me. Joe Ryan, Jurassic Park the musical.
Was there a Jurassic Park musical for real?
No, but he's saying that'd be a good one.
It reminded me of the Batman animated series where Batman and Robin were watching a musical of Batman. I thought that was hilarious.
I don't remember that one.
I'm sorry. I heard Jurassic Park the musical because she's a clever girl.
Dude, that's great.
That's hilarious.
So, is anybody watching anything else out there that you guys?
I'm watching Hawkeye on the family.
Honestly, I'm always looking for something.
Lost in Space season 3.
IMDb TV. It's a great
is Lost in Space good, man?
Yes.
I'll check it out.
I want to watch it. I watched most of the first season, and then I got sidetracked. But I felt the first season dragged a lot, and maybe it was just building up to something that I didn't.
The second season is better.
Yeah, so I got to go back and rewatch that. I want to. I loved the concept. I loved the designs of, everything they were doing, the way they were handling, space, the ships, the robots. I thought that was all.
Was that Lost in Space? That one looked really good. I haven't seen the new season, but I got hooked on All in the Family, the show from 75 to 79. Like hooked on that. And actually, you know what? Watching that reminds me of my childhood, and it just shows you how full of shit people are today. with all of our rules and our PC-ness. It's just like it's a breath of fresh air. Like, you know, like my son loves it. And we watch The Jeffersons. I'm watching Good Times again. Like all my shows that I like. When I'm done with that, I'm going to do Sanford and Son. I'm going to watch all the old shows I liked as a kid. You know.
I want to tell you that to do this podcast, I had to interrupt my favorite episode of Starsky and Hutch, which was on tonight. It's on Get TV.
Look like Modoc over here.
Starsky and Hutch. That's right. Starsky and Hutch. And they go to. Shut up. Starsky and Hutch go to this small town that's run by Satanists, and they fight Satanists. It's like a horror movie episode of Star. It's great. It's great, and it's got the guy from Jerry Reed, who was in Smoking the Bandit, and he's like the sheriff and head of the Satanists. He was also hysterical.
Jerry Reed was also in the Scooby-Doo movie, Pretty Mary Sunshine.
Oh, really? That's cool.
I wasn't aware of that one. Hold on, just 1 second. Tom, seriously, what channel was that on?
Get TV. If you have over the air like I do, it's channel 68.3.
Okay, I don't know if I get that channel, but
great.
I've been going back to this week. I downloaded the app Tubi. I don't know if you guys ever been on that, but
Tubi's very good.
Yeah, like Ray was mentioning, like All in the Family's on there, I believe. Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Starsky and Hutch is on that.
I believe it is. I just rewatched what was it? The one of the Bionic Man and Bionic Woman reunion type of shows.
Oh wow,
nice. On there. Like
I have Automan.
Oh yeah, that was good.
I didn't get that far, but I'm a big like $6 Million Man fan. Like that was, even though I was like really young when that show came out, I watched it in reruns. Grew up. I even bought. I know they did.
Oh, that's a great show.
Comics, and I started reading the comic. I love all that stuff, and the $6 Million Man's one of my favorites. So I saw they had the reruns of that. They have the Return of the Incredible Hulk. You know, the Bill Bixby, Lou Ferrigno, the Trial of the Incredible Hulk. So I'm like,
right,
fun old stuff to watch.
Yeah, they're great shows. They're well written. You know.
And cartoon wise, if you're into cartoons,
and Get TV.
Hold on, what do you got there? Oh, All in the Family. Yeah, that's great, Mike.
All in the Family. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. I mean, I was just
Get TV also has Kojak. Kojak.
I have TV.
Oh, Kojak the Night Slayer. Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna throw you this.
Kojak the Night Slayer. It also has Kojak the Night Slayer.
Kojak is on no, not Kojak. Kojak.
Yeah.
Kojak, Telly Savalas.
Kojak, the cop, is on Get TV. Telly Savalas. And that's a great show. The acting in it, that's a great show. Great acting.
On that one. What was
Columbo too? Columbo.
Get a Life.
That was Chris Elliott. That was Chris Elliott, right?
Yeah. I couldn't see who was on the cover.
We're gonna take a walk over here to the.
Oh yeah,
that was a good show.
Mike's house. His DVD collection is it's a bigger collection than mine, and I thought I in my closet I have.
Let's see, what do we got here?
Somewhere between 400 and 500 DVDs.
That's right here in the front of the library.
Wow.
I just finished inking.
Man.
Tom, that's looking great.
Right?
What's that?
He committed suicide.
Who? Yeah, Freddie, the original Freddie Prinze, right?
Yeah, Freddie Prinze. Yeah.
Here's another great 70s.
Barney Miller. You know, I found the channel. I don't remember what it is right now, but there was a channel I found called Comet TV. They do all sci-fi stuff, but the channel right above it, I don't remember the name.
Oh, here.
Shows like Barney Miller and all those old shows, and I'm like, I'll sit on that for a day. WKRP, love WKRP.
Oh my God, that was my show too.
That was my show. If you bring that and radio, oh my God, that'd be it. Like,
I mean,
news radio. If you put news radio there, I'll be like done.
I got news. I'm sure you guys don't love this one, but I love this. Come on.
Love Boat.
That was now and then.
It was fun.
Who doesn't love Love Boat? Jesus
Christ. Love Boat.
This is exactly how Americans got out of politics. They got caught on the television set and they stopped caring about what was happening in the world. Just give them good TV and they'll stop caring.
Great. Here's another great show.
Benson, that was good too.
Benson, classic.
I don't remember Benson.
Mike, do you have anything
like my surrogate
after
parents
1988?
Of course, I got like Kirby. Love the Orville. Orville's great.
Orville, yeah.
Orville's like,
Still
yeah.
haven't seen an episode yet.
Best Star Trek on TV.
What about that other one? The one on HBO about the cruise ship that goes into space. That was pretty funny.
I mean,
Avengers, Avenue or something, Avenue 9 or something. Like
Welcome back.
Avenue 9 or 5.
I gotta go into better.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
What's that, Cotter?
Welcome back, Cotter.
But
That was unwatchable.
It's corny, but it's
It was when you know it's a bad show, but it's just fun. It was like,
Give me the screen, Groz.
I thought it was one of those shows. You know, I'll watch it and I know it's terrible, but I'm enjoying it. It's like I love and Mike, you know this one.
Check out the beauty of it.
Autographed.
Everybody except the principal, the wife, and Travolta. So you got 3 of the Sweat Hogs and Gabe.
Like, okay, Mike, you know this. One of my favorite cartoons to watch is the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, The Good, the Bad, and the Huckleberry.
Yes.
It is a terrible cartoon when you look at it overall. Like, you know, going into it, it's not going to be the greatest cartoon ever. But, and I don't want to say it's terrible. I shouldn't say it's terrible, but it's not a great cartoon. But for me, there's this nostalgia factor. It's just fun. Some of those jokes in there crack me up to this day still because the writing was really good. And there was a lot of parts of it that captured the writing from the classic Hanna-Barbera era.
So if you're going to talk Hanna-Barbera shows, and we're going to talk about the 70s, and if you like All in the Family and you like all that stuff, the show that you need to watch is this.
Wait till your father gets. I was thinking that was the one.
Oh, that was a great show.
Yeah, because I mean this
that was a great show.
Tom Bosley. I mean, and I'll show you the crappy Tom.
Where are you finding these DVDs, Mike?
What?
Where are you finding these DVDs?
I'm telling you, man. Estate sales.
Where are you finding these?
Yeah, like right now. I'll show you what I found. I was going to PA, and I didn't even know this book existed. Like, I swear to God, it was like under my radar, and it's Camelot 3000.
Oh, that was great.
I had the single issue.
Oh, nice.
And it's like, but I bought like the actual, and it was just a beautiful cover, and it was in its original plastic. But me as a joker, I wanted to read it. So, I mean, and I swear to you,
how dare you read it? Oh, it's not mint anymore.
Is it out there?
It's not mint. It's only a 5.1 now.
Nah, don't worry about it. I don't care. Like after I seen the scam, I pretty much said no.
Yeah,
after I see it with my own eyes, I was like, nope. But yeah, it was a really cool, like kind of like my really cool find. And really, that's like really the only find I have. Like most of the stuff I get is like just like trades of other books and stuff like that. But rarely do I pick up but I always see like old DVDs. And I'm trying to like really like I could go on Amazon and buy it. Yeah, I'm literally trying to find Pirates of Darkwater in the wilderness. It's like I need to hunt them. I need to hunt for them.
You're not going to find Darkwater in the wilderness because that was one of the Warner Archive titles.
No.
Yes. So unless somebody like me who bought because I have Darkwater, but but the thing is that was an archive title. So like a Wait Till Your Father Gets Home, like all those things I showed you, these are all readily available. I mean, I bought most of these on Amazon. Like I bought that when they came out. Like I bought that WKRP and that All in the Family like at Costco or whatever for like $50.
Oh wow, okay.
I even bought this garbage off of Amazon the other day.
What garbage? Oh, that's a great show. That was my show.
Oh my God.
She was lovely. He turned out to be a jerk.
Hold on. So I want to show you guys this. So I found this at the flea market. I like to check out the flea market. And, sometimes there's DVDs. So
the Dynamite magazines now, Mike.
No. This is a DVD. so when the Emmy Awards come out, and even when the Academy Awards come out, there's screeners, right? So this is a screener for Family Guy, right?
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
Wait, but you're gonna Ray's gonna love this one. So there was a movie that came out about 15 years ago called Precious.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So
the obese girl.
Oh my God.
No.
Wait. This screener is fantastic because I'm.
That's hilarious.
Wait. Look what it says.
Vote for us.
Oh,
wait! It gets even better. So, because you got the inside, and you got the disc, and it's got the Peter.
Oh,
wait! This is the best part of it. It's a little inside. And
what does that say? Written by
Wasp.
2 Asians and 1 gay.
2 Asians and 1 gay.
What?
How great is that?
That's freaking.
And where'd you get that?
I was at a flea market. Like somebody had a bunch of Family Guy DVDs, and they had that screener in there. And I just thought the cover was hilarious.
That's
That's worth it.
That's hilarious.
That's worth your $1.
So it's hilarious.
For real. That's hilarious.
No, it's kind of like crazy. Like I just go collect novels. If I can find a book, like a book dealer, I always try to find like a novel. Like I found Larry Niven,
Jerusalem. Alan Moore's novel. I've been reading that. It's pretty good too.
Which one?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, it's not a graphic novel. It's just a regular novel.
Are you talking to someone who just got a phone call?
Yeah. Somebody just called me. Hey, you know what? I'm on live with Ray Felix, Tom Sciacca, and Andrew Rodriguez. And Mike.
Tom is dying.
You know who's on the phone with me right now?
Let me guess.
Why are you breathing heavy?
The cowardly dog.
Not breathing. You can't even hear me breathing.
I just heard you breathing.
Oh, we can hear you, Marty.
I knew it was Marty. I knew it. You're a lover. See, as I said, there's something going on between Mike and Marty. I told you. They were in the hotel together in Rhode Island.
We did not have a hotel.
They were in the hotel together in Rhode Island. They were in the bathroom together.
Whatever happens in Cranston stays in Cranston.
Tom Sciacca is being ridiculous.
Oh, Providence. Excuse me.
Oh, Providence? Oh, yeah. I lived in Providence as well.
I'm gonna step off, Gross, for a minute.
All right.
And Mike didn't even go to the restaurant with us because he was alone with Marty.
Oh my God.
Ah, see? The truth hurts. The truth hurts. I told you. The truth hurts.
You guys, while
I nailed it. Did I not nail it, guys?
I don't know.
Did I not nail it?
I won't say anything. Listen, Marty's a good friend of mine. Mike's a good friend of mine.
Oh, I'm only joking. Listen, whatever happens, there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay.
No, it's okay. I'm just gonna say
hey, it's fine.
Marty's a great guy, and Marty will be appearing sometime in the new year on this show.
Exactly.
Yep.
I always bust his balls anyhow when I see him, so it's all right.
I know.
I love Marty.
Marty and
I kid.
I was at ChristianCon. Was it last weekend? 2 weekends ago? Whatever.
What happened to Ray? He's talking to them too.
He disappeared. But when I was at ChristmasCon, the Thursday night I got to the hotel, I actually had a really good chat with Marty. We talked for a good hour and a half or so. Marty's really fun and interesting to chat with. Let's get Ray back on and Mike back on. Everything good, Mike?
Yeah, you booted me off there. You booted me off.
I did not boot you off.
Who booted you off?
I didn't boot him. His
you gotta stop smoking that Gracia, Mike.
It said his device is not connected. So you did something right.
No, I didn't touch it. I was talking, thinking I was on, until Tom said, "Where did Ray go?"
Oh my God!
Oh man,
we love you. We love you.
Hey Ray, why don't you bring your mother in? Have everyone meet your mother.
Oh, you no.
Bring Mom in. Let's see Mom.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It's all
right. Ray's mother is visiting from Florida. It's a sitcom. I'll tell you, it's a sitcom.
I'll tell you a funny story. Today's my birthday. I was gonna go get a bite to eat.
Happy birthday, Ray! Happy birthday to you. You belong in a zoo. You smell like one too.
So I tell my mom, I say, hey, we're gonna go grab a bite to eat, and so you don't have to cook tonight. And she's like, oh no, it's too cold. I don't want to go out. I'm like. I was like,
I have my parents actually flying in tomorrow for the holidays, and luckily I have a brother and sister they get to stay with. My place is too small for that, but But yeah, no, it's the same thing because my parents are down in Florida. They come up. I was talking to them today. Like, what's the temperature? I was like, oh, it's like 30 degrees when I was talking. They're like, oh, that's way too cold for us.
Yeah. She's from Florida too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, it's 80 degrees by us right now. And I'm like, oh.
So we don't care if it's your birthday.
But 80 degrees with COVID on the side.
COVID on the side. Hey.
COVID on the side.
Yeah.
You know, I was at a wedding over the weekend, and it was a great wedding, except it was in Jersey City. But that's besides the point. But I was talking to the groom's grandfather, Fred, who's from the Bronx originally, but he lives in Florida, and he goes, you know what? Up here, everybody's wearing masks. In Florida, nobody's wearing any masks. I said, what a surprise. Bum.
They love Trump over there, so you know.
So speaking of masks.
Yes.
Speaking of masks, so now that we're getting COVID again, so I'm gonna have to like find like a bootleg DVD of Spider-Man because I don't want to go to the movie theater. So and then we're told
somewhere. Listen, you know there is, not to bring up the topic because you know I like to stay away from it.
What's that?
COVID, but there is talks about, you know, obviously things rising and
I hope so. I'm sick
possibilities of Ray, where you work, everything should be shut down.
I need a break.
I'll tell you, I was at a con a couple of weeks ago, and like no one wore their mask. No one.
It's scary.
It was.
Where were you?
I was at Christmas Con. I wore my mask.
The whole mall.
Where was that?
In Jersey. But it wasn't a comic.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah, it was all about Christmas. And you know what? I didn't wear my mask a lot of the times, but when I felt like I needed it, I did put it on. I had it in my pocket the whole time, in my jacket pocket. And there were times like, you know, in the morning, definitely. But you know, I kept my distance. I also lost my voice while I was there, so I was keeping distance and not talking.
Did you wake up having that not so fresh feeling in the morning, and so you put the mask back on?
Yeah,
that's right.
I had this interesting conversation with Mark Mass that I usually like help him out. I help him a lot in his booth.
Oh, Mark Mass, my favorite.
Yeah, I love Mark. Mark's awesome.
And I was like, I'm sorry, Mark. If you need my help for Comic-Con, I won't be there. And I gave him like because of my fear. And he was like, oh no, I'm not there either. So we're going to be safe. And he gives me like this thumbs up emoji. And we both like had this moment, like 2 thumbs up guys like this. And like, and it's kind of strange because we like I have a bunch of people who went to the anime New York NYC who do not like anime, but it was a convention. You know, it was a con in the city.
And they all got COVID.
And I was like, yo, get them away from me. I went to a concert, Cybertronic Spree, one of these, like, they dress up like us. They dress up like Transformers. I had 4 masks on and like in the corner, and everybody managed to be spaced in the concert. It was like the weirdest concert I've ever been to.
I've never seen them play live, but their fans, you could tell, would do something.
Yeah, their fans were like, everyone wear your mask. It was like the fans were like, no, we need to save the acts. You know, we have to save the venue. And like but I do want to come back to the conventions. I've been to too many conventions. I know you guys see me behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, tabling, or working somewhere in administration, selling a ticket, because I'm nuts. I love that. I love the whole business of it. I haven't been back for a year, man. I haven't 2 years, and like this is me doing stuff and like, hey, I want to show, like, get a table. I would go back to a table, but I would love to do it. I absolutely would love to do it. I would love to run my game. I would love to like have people sit at a table, me running the dice, like an hour D&D, like an hour and a half DVD session, like just a demonstration, done. But no, I really want, and I think everyone would love to. I know you guys some of you back in the convention, some of you cons, and I can't see. I can't see it, man. I love it. I want to go back, but don't worry, it's gonna come back. But we're good.
Someday.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up, but since you brought up, I just want to say to Andrew, we still need to play D&D together.
You sure?
Just even like an hour, 2-hour session, something simple. Scheduling a regular game is too much, but dude, I need to play a game soon. I miss it.
So when you were playing these D&D games on Zoom, distancing, was it like a pants or no pants rule? I mean, was it?
Man, I wear jeans. I wear jeans because I'm comfortable, but sometimes, man, it's just straight tidy whities and a t-shirt. But dude, listen. When we're playing, it's like this. Like we're just like talking online. Yeah, but right now I have jeans because I'm being respectable, But when it's like 10:30 a.m. and you have to wake up and the game starts at 12, you're like, I'm in my shorts. Everyone's in their shorts. Like my hair's all like pillowed out and stuff, like all messed up. Yeah, it's hilarious. I'm enjoying the fact that that I'm getting to play more than I ever have been, and then my work is also to play games.
That's great.
All right, that's looking great there. That is amazing. Hold on. I do want to say this though. Then I got a surprise guest coming in.
All right. Who's this? Is it the nose?
But because this conversation came up, Ray, I want to say this. When I am home, I'm always in pajama bottoms. Always like lounge pants. Just so you know, every time you see me on screen here, lounge pants.
I see.
That's it. I don't.
You don't have any.
You wear those gamer diapers or no gamer diapers?
No, I don't. No, my apartment's way too hot. I can't control the heat. So
yeah,
I'm in. Always as lightweight clothes. This is a heavy shirt for me right now, and I wear. Otherwise, I'm in regular white t-shirts all day. So, anyway, let me bring on our surprise guest.
Oh, it must be Marty.
This is
the Johnny Carson.
He is a fan of Mike Lopez and myself, and we are all fans of him. Let us bring on the great Marty Grabstein.
Fantastic.
Hey!
Wonderful.
Marty!
Marty!
First of all, there's
Marty!
Calm down, guys. Listen, I want you to know, Mr. Grazia, that it is my honor to be held back from coming on so I could hear about your pajamas.
You're
Thank
very
you
welcome.
so much for that.
Yeah, look, today,
it shows me who's in charge of this show right now. And this is important that we know who's in charge.
It is very important to know how I'm attired on my show.
Absolutely, my friend.
Every show, there's a different shirt. Today I got Pac-Man on. I could just wear solid black, so it looks like I'm always on every show. Always the same show. It doesn't matter. But I have, sometimes it's a Disney shirt, which it usually is.
Yep.
Sometimes.
There's Ray Felix.
Hey, what's up?
Actually, I got this really great shirt that I wear around Halloween. It's one of those like T-Public shirts somebody like made up, but it's the Ghostbusters. It's Ecto-1 chasing Pac-Man ghosts. I just think it's a hysterical shirt.
That's hilarious.
Hold on, I'm trying to on the new thing. Where is the full screen?
I have to give you a full screen. Would you like full screen?
Would you give me full screen? It feels small.
No, I think he means
like
on
that?
his computer.
Oh, you mean on
I mean my whole thing needs full screen.
We got to see Marty full screen.
If you roll over the picture.
Yeah, the regular Tom Wolfe over here.
Down at the lower right of the screen, there should be a little icon that looks like the full screen icon.
All right. No, I don't see it. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not that important. Anyway.
There he is.
So how are you guys? How is everybody?
Hey, it's not a toupee.
I'm doing good.
Well, who's the other guy? I know you too.
Andrew.
Hi, my name is Andrew. How you doing?
Hi,
Andrew.
Andrew.
Oh, we're just great. After Rhode Island, it was like the greatest con ever.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Tom talk.
Tom, right?
Yeah, Tom, he's talking to you. Did you freeze?
He froze.
He froze. Anyway, as I was saying, Andrew's a fantastic illustrator, does beautiful map drawings, like role-playing game stuff, like Dungeons and Dragons type of stuff. Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you show stuff?
Yeah,
obviously I'm late in the show, so.
The stuff on his wall. Let me give him full screen so you can see it better.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, give him full screen. Yeah.
No.
Oh wow.
This is like there's like a cracked dome, and then it's like layers into layers, and then into layers, and then into layers, and then you can go see there's actually more layers into like the diminutive right here. So it just inside of a dwarven mind just goes in and stuff like that.
That's very cool.
Let's see. I got some women working in an item shop, like a brain tree that's like floating. That's basically like all these brain tendrils are going trapped. Kids sleeping in gamer kids and stuff sleeping in a subway.
Could you go a little closer on the gamers thing?
Yeah, it's like just kids sleeping in a subway.
Wow.
Can you pull that down and show it to the camera a little?
Sure. I'll put it down.
All right.
There's a bunch of just a bunch of kids, gamer kids, and like characters who are just sleeping in a subway.
That's
and
great.
They never show like images of characters in res. And I really think people need to like calm down. So I actually drew this great picture.
Did you show Tom? Did you show that to Tom?
No, I did not. Sure.
Tom, were you paying attention?
That girl in the center looks a little exotic.
Well, yeah, of course. I have to have the eye candy. But I'm actually I was never really comfortable drawing female forms exotic until I became 35, and then someone slapped me like, no, you have to draw it. You have to draw the sensual stuff like that.
I used to draw the Sears catalog when I was 12.
Yeah. No, I went to Catholic school, man, so I had a really repressed upbringing.
That's really nice.
You're drawing naked pictures?
There's nobody. I just wanted to ask you guys, Mike Lopez, a question to you, but
thank you.
Why doesn't we get Diane Leto to be on this show with Michael?
I need to reach out to her. I haven't spoken to Diana in a while.
Has she ever been on Get in Tune?
Not on Get in Tune, but was it? Or
she was on In Credit Con or In Credit Chat.
She was on In Credit Chat when we were both doing In Credit Chat.
Because she's talk about the female form. I mean, there's nobody that I know that draws the female form so incredibly, and it's so wonderful the way she does that. Right? And
I got to reach out to her. I mean, I see all the stuff she's posting. It's always beautiful work.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. So and
Mike, she's such a nice lady. I mean,
she is.
Oh no, I know. We've done cons together.
My God.
I love Diane. She's awesome.
Yeah.
And she's a lovely gal too, by the way. She's easy on the eye. Well, I want to put it out there in case Diane is listening to this.
Well, the best thing, and and Grazi and I can say this much: the reason that we know you, Marty, is through Diana, which is fantastic.
It's through Diane. I know.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
We were at the worst convention in the history of man. Just, it's never been and the irony of it is that it was in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
A place where you would think a good convention, or at least a convention that has a little bit of money behind it, would be existing. Somehow it was like it was in somebody's back alley somewhere.
Yeah.
But yet she was there with her then little baby.
Mm-hmm.
And she recommended that I call up this guy, Mike Lopez, who likes putting people together. He likes putting packages together of people, and talent, and artists, and he likes throwing people together. So, look what's happening here. Well, this is Michael Grazia now doing this. She didn't, at the time I didn't know I'd be getting a 2 for the price of 1. But when I met Lopez, I'd be getting the Grazia thing too. I didn't know I'd be getting that, but I'm glad.
And who knew you'd be on the show tonight either, right?
Nobody knew that, and nobody cares that much.
Grazia didn't even know that. I just like threw you in there.
And I wasn't gonna say no to Marty.
He's a
I never say no. You know, it's funny you meant that. I don't know if I ever told you this, Marty. At that con you're talking about, you met another friend of mine. He went as a guest, and you had a great. He said he had a great conversation with you. His name was, well, still is. His name is Tim, and you had a great conversation with him. He talked to you about whatever, and then you guys happen to be on the same train ride going home.
Oh yes,
it's my friend
Tim
Kelly.
These little tiny,
little mini comics.
Mini comics, yes.
Yeah, and he was doing. I don't know which one he handed you, but he was doing a lot of stories about autistic kids because his daughter's autistic.
Yes, he told me that. That's right. We connected on that as well. Yes. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you about that. He was telling me about that after he saw one of the ads that you were going to be with Mike and me, whether I was in CreditCon or at another show. He was like, I met Marty at, and he was telling him like, that's the show that introduced us to him, So
it's funny, yeah, because I don't think you ever told me that actually. Yeah. So
Tim's an awesome guy, and he's a big fan of yours. And if he's watching, hey Tim.
Hey Tim. Hey Diane. We're dropping names left and right here.
So Joe Ryan says, always great seeing you live, Marty.
Thanks, Joe.
So yeah, we've been talking about a lot of stuff. We were getting on to about cons and how people feel about doing shows right now. I'm kind of up in the air. Like I said, I just recently did a show. I know some of you guys have done shows. Andrew's not ready. I'm kind of in that. I want to step back, and especially with certain things going on, I think I might be stepping back. But how are you guys feeling? Are you guys ready to go out and do more? Or are you guys feeling a little nervous right now? What's going on with shows for you guys who haven't answered? So Andrew, you keep drawing. We'll talk to everyone.
I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm just I'm just writing something down to say hello to them guys.
All right.
The studio saying hello to you guys. So yeah.
No worries, man. So how do you guys feel about shows now? With obviously stuff rising in numbers. I know some of you are not worried about that, but some of you are.
Oh, some of who?
Okay, I know Marty isn't worried. Let's put it that way.
Bring on
stuff is rising. What stuff is that's rising?
You know what?
You know the stuff that's rising.
Yes, I know the stuff that's rising, and I don't want to get you started on it.
You ever hear the word?
The show is going to be an hour and a half.
Cat on a hot tin roof. Cat on a hot tin roof. You ever see that?
Yes, I have.
Mendacity. Mendacity. That's what we're looking at here. That is at the risk of, I didn't want to curse on your show, otherwise I would have said.
It's okay. Tom already did.
Marty, go ahead.
What's that?
Tom already let everything fly already.
Oh, it's okay to curse?
Yeah, go for it tonight.
Bullshit. There you go.
I think Tom's
a whole lot of
right
bullshit
now.
Rising.
It is what it is. Everyone, allowed to their own opinion.
Yes. But at some point, my friends, my message is, when are we going to decide that we're going to move on with our lives? That's all.
Yeah.
Marty, that question.
Marty, can I throw out to you last year,
yes.
almost a year ago, our dear friend Thea, right?
Right.
Our dear friend Thea. I remember I was at the store with you, and Thea had some fun laughs with you too. I said, Marty, what would courage say to Eustace and Muriel?
And what did I say?
You said, do not be scared.
Do not be scared. Right. Take care of yourself. Yep. Drink plenty of liquids. Take vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc. Get some sunshine. Take a walk. Live your lives, man.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to be in this dark winter of discontent forever, you know?
Well, you guys know me. I love being alone in my house. So being stuck inside a house all day is not a big deal for me.
You're good.
I'm good. I'm in my happy place right now. I'm in my art studio.
Bring on the lockdowns for dear old Michael Grazia, my friend.
Yeah, same here,
baby.
Same here. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Ray likes to. What do we do? You know, for people like us, what are we gonna do? We're gonna sit in our studio, write, draw, paint,
exactly,
whatever it is. We're gonna make crap. You know, going outside and having go to a day job or doing something else like that takes away from us being in our happy place.
Exactly. 2 hours of traffic a day. Who wants to do that?
Let's go. Ray, do you like people that much?
No, you know, I was saying that every time I get flashed with the high beams on the road or someone honking me, I just feel like COVID didn't do its job. You know,
Tom, do you like
we need more of the higher numbers. You know,
Tom, do you like people that much?
Nope.
Tom's been frozen. I love the picture he's been frozen on too.
He looks like a Dick Tracy
you like
character.
People that much?
Give or take.
We know how Grazia feels.
Actually, I've never publicly announced on my show how I feel about people.
No, you love people.
Actually, I love persons. I love people
individuals.
On basis.
He loves humanity, but he doesn't like.
I don't like large groups. Once we hit over 5 people, it's too large for me.
Grazia loves me. Right? I said Grazia loves me.
Oh yeah. I'm your number one fan, Mike.
Hey, can I do some plugging here? Because I got a Christmas
present.
No,
go for it. Plug away.
Look at this. What did I get as a Christmas? Let's talk Christmas gifts.
Okay, let's give you the screen, Mike.
I want people's reaction.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
Look, I'm doing things. I'm doing nice things here. Look at this cool Christmas present. What is this cool Christmas present that Santa left me?
I don't know.
Oh,
we're gonna find
out. A record.
oh, look at this great Christmas present.
Did you just pick that up? That's hilarious. Who got that for you?
That's myself. Hey, but listen, because I know Marty's here, and I know he's not ready. I do want to help. I want to help my friend Marty out here. You know, I want to help my friend Marty out. So, for everybody who's watching, who doesn't know already, go out and buy.
Courage
meets Scooby-Doo. Forget it says Scooby-Doo meets Courage. Get Courage meets Scooby-Doo straight out of nowhere.
Sorry, I was just reading the title.
Or you can actually get it at a con and pay $50 for it with a signature, which is worth it.
Correct. Marty will sign this.
Is that right? Is that the right price point?
That's right, baby.
That's the right price point, baby.
But listen. This is the year. I mean, if you want to do your Christmas shopping of Courage this year, this is the year to do it because you can get the movie. You can go to Cameo. Look, I'm doing your work for you, Marty. You can go to Cameo, and Marty Grepstein will do a nice, wonderful cameo for you. Which are
I was actually just about to ask you, Marty, if you're still doing it. Is there still time to get a cameo for in time for Christmas?
Yes.
And the other thing I want to throw out there, and I haven't seen these in retail yet, but you know what I have here?
What's that?
Oh,
that's pretty cool. How much would you charge to sign that, Marty?
All my prices? How much
I'm not doing your prices.
People are going to be shopping on Amazon and eBay and then reaching out to you after this episode, trying to get you, so you want to put it out there.
But
okay,
listen.
So to my, oh boy, all right. So I should be like, you know what? I don't even know what I'm charging. Actually,
you're gonna get a messenger. You're gonna get messenger like crazy. They're gonna be like trying to mail them to you and get them signed.
You know what it is? Here's what I'm gonna do. My agent will take care of that. How about that?
He's pleading the fifth, you ladies and gentlemen.
But what I am telling everybody to do is you know what? This is the resurgence of Courage. This has been the year. I mean, obviously Marty's out there doing the Comic Cons, and he's
things we do for love.
Well, but
awesome.
We have look at the great merch. We got the movie this year that came out, and then literally Funko Pop came out all within 2 or 3 months of each other.
Yeah.
So
I need some of that good karma you got there, Marty.
And listen, if you buy this stuff, tag Warner Brothers, tag Hanna-Barbera, tag all those people.
Yeah. The answer to that question, honestly, Ray, I didn't mean to be, coy or anything, but honestly, I don't. I will be setting up there will be a mail order thing through my manager. Celebworks will be setting that up.
Got it. All right.
For me. And so they're going to be, commandeering that. I don't know what, because the Funko Pop thing is sort of its own.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how that works exactly.
I got you. I was just joshing you. Don't worry.
No, I know. But I'm not worried about you. I'm talking about all the thousands of people that are listening to this broadcast right now.
Right.
I want to make sure that they're getting, a reasonable. Sorry.
Marty,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
I don't think I've ever had a chance to show you this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But since I haven't seen you since before everything shut down, I just want to give myself the screw. Oh,
you haven't seen who, Marty?
I haven't seen Marty.
Since Marty, he's called Tony.
I picked this up for you at our last Incredicon in 2019 before the pandemic. This is the Joe Sinnott print I got, signed by Joe Sinnott for you.
Wow. The late Joe Sinnott. How much is that?
Wow.
I don't know how much it is now. He gave it to me. And this,
$500.
I told you this is something Janine made you. Let me take it out carefully. You guys know those like perler bead craft stuff that people do? Janine sometimes does it or used to do it for relaxation. She made a courage piece.
Wow. Look at that. Michael was in the doghouse and she made a dog.
Who made that?
Janine, my wife.
The lovely Janine.
Janine made that?
That's beautiful.
When am I going to see you guys? Michael and Janine, when am I going to see you?
We got to get together at some point. We do.
I can't believe you haven't seen Marty all that time. I really thought you had seen Marty like that.
I haven't seen.
He was
Mike, listen to me. After I had COVID, and I shut down a lot after that. I don't think I physically healed 100%. I went back to work shortly after, on a very physical, demanding job. And actually, I tried to see Marty when I was working. I was working at a summer camp in the city, and you were still working in the city at the time. And then something happened, and we're like, "Oh, we can't meet up that night. We were going to go to dinner, and I was going to bring all this."
That was my last chance.
Yeah, I will see. Look, Marty, you live like a half hour from me. Don't worry, we'll see each other.
All right. Okay. You know what's funny is that this is a live show, and now I'm, it's almost like our personal lives are becoming.
Listen, no one knows where we live. I haven't told anybody.
Well, everybody knows you live a half hour away from Marty.
What?
Everybody knows you live a half hour away.
He's a little longer than that. I estimated. I rounded it down.
No traffic, right?
Yeah, that's the no traffic drive. But there's always traffic, so we never need to worry.
Always.
So, all right, we'll make something happen. Definitely.
Yeah,
what a great get together. This was a great idea, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you guys were able to all hang out. I'm sorry Tom was frozen for the majority of it. That face, I love.
He was screaming Marty, and then he shorted out.
Does anybody want to before everybody gets going? Does anybody want to plug anything?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know if I can do this. Let me see. This is the cover in the making. One of the covers in the making of.
No, this is Mike Lopez. Say hello to Mike Lopez. Hold on, Michael Grant here.
Hey, how you doing?
You're on live.
Whatever.
You're on live. How you doing?
Live?
You're live.
You're live.
Hello. Hello, world.
Yeah, this is Michael Grazia's show. He usually talks about with artists and
you remember you told me
various stuff like that. But sometimes he has me on.
And you will be coming on in the new year, buddy.
Nice.
How you doing?
That's awesome. I'm doing good.
Yeah, he just got home from friends, hanging out with friends.
Nice.
Good. He's a social guy.
There you go.
That's good. And now Ray was just showing one of his covers. And
this is one of the covers. One of the covers for the next Punchline in progress here.
Did you draw that cover or someone else?
Yeah, I drew that. I drew that bad boy.
Nice.
Great.
So we got the original design for the Red Hood there. the original anarchy that was given to DC in the 80s. The original Red Hood that was given in 88. And then Poker Face, my villain that was supposed to be for DC that they never accepted. But hey, I'm glad they did it. Now I own all the IPs. So
hold on, let's get.
And then one was Michael. Yeah. Can you show my son the Joe Sinnott thing?
Absolutely.
Famous from Marvel. From Marvel, the letter inker.
He was the inker.
He signed it and gave a message to me. Oh, wow. Gave it to Mike.
It
Mike.
says Marty all best. I think. Joe Sinnott, 1920.
He's got to be in like his early 90s, right?
He passed away.
That's very nice. I thought he would, after meeting Marty, I thought he would say, "See you in hell."
Was it 2 years ago now?
We remember that was 20.
That's right. Yeah.
Or was it last year? Did we just? I know the anniversary just passed. I don't remember if it's a year or 2 years now.
You can say if you want, but I mean, I don't want you to feel that you have to.
But yeah, there's that. And I'll show you
beautiful
this
stuff.
too, here.
How much you want for that, Michael?
You got this.
Whoa.
Whoops, wrong way. Wrong way.
That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Michael's wife, Janine.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, can Janine make me a Bronx Heroes one like that?
Give her a pattern if she has the colors. Sure.
Okay. Who do you want? Who do you want? A Punchline, the Roach, or
the Roach? The Roach. You gotta make the Roach.
You know what I realized? What's happening here?
What?
There's 6 of us now. This is one above Michael's limits.
Yeah,
5 or less.
Yeah, 5 or less. It's my preference.
Technically 7 of us now, right?
Well, you got to be honest. Hold on.
We got Frozen Tom there. Don't forget.
Tom's been frozen for a while, so do we really count him?
No, we can't count him. It's like counting.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 6 now. That's just not working for me well.
He's not even responding to text. I hope he didn't drop dead.
Is he inking his work? Did he spill the ink? You know.
Oh man! Oh Lord! What else you got? You got anything good to show? This is great.
Andrew had something.
Andrew, you want to show anything else?
Oh, just the book I worked on last year. We're just still selling it. It's Bloodlines of Black Magic. It's a Dungeons and Dragons. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons.
You're moving it around.
Yeah, too fast.
Sorry, it's a Dungeons and Dragons module. That's pretty much for Dungeons and Dragons. It's at the Drive-Thru RPG. You can find it at Drive-Thru RPG. And I also have
artwork there.
No, actually, the artwork is inside. I had the original cover, but the artist, the guy who actually did the cover, was just better at it, and he has to do it because I said take that one, and I basically was the art director of this. I did a lot of the interior work, so that was kind of cool. But it's really cool, and the game I've been playing testing. Though I've been working with this company, Bloodlines of Black Magic. It's kind of like cryptids and monsters across America kind of thing. Cryptids, ghosts, murder mystery, you name it,
You've heard of
and all that cool stuff. All that, like you said, Supernatural is selling a lot this year. You can find it all in Drive-Thru RPG. I'm hopefully I can go into working another module. Can't really talk about that, but I love it. It's kind of like I want to go back to drawing a comic book, but the money is what holds me towards that. Yeah, like it's kind of strange that that's where the money went. So I went there, and I just take your time. And also, like I said, Mike, if you ever want to play a game,
I need a good D&D game. Even if it's just a one shot, like couple hours to play, and
I'm thinking of buying this G.I. Joe game. They actually have a G.I. Joe RPG.
It's funny. Mike and I talked. with
And the
some of our other
Ghostbusters
friends
one.
to develop a military GI Joe game.
Well, yeah, it's Modifius developed a GI Joe game, so I'm buying that soon, and I also have an Aliens game. But I'm actually
Listen, I'm totally
that's
up
that.
for a GI
But
Joe
yeah,
game.
if you're up for a Ghostbusters game,
Yeah,
I'm doing that too. So yeah,
that's cool.
Ghostbusters. Wow.
yeah.
Hey, it's
Very
funny.
cool.
It's funny you say that. Years ago, I was at Comic-Con talking to Hasbro, and I was pitching them an idea, a story where G.I. Joe and Cobra would have to team up to fight a more evil terrorist, and it would be like a pseudo Bin Laden type character.
Is that the Dare Drug Special? Did you sell them the Dare Drug Special?
And then and I gave them all these ideas and different characters, and they were like laughing. They were like, "No, we can't do that." They were like too PC. Like, "Oh, we can't do the evil Arabs. No, we can't do that." So, it's like,
Mike, do you have anything you want to?
No, this is what I just Marty says. I bring people together.
you got a nice tree there. Can you come over to my house and decorate mine? That looks nice.
This is like one of 3 trees that we have here at the house.
Whoa!
Really?
You like this is the basement. This is the cool area which we're redoing and everything, and we got some cool merch out here and stuff.
I have a thought, my friend.
What's your thought?
Before this shuts down, this is, I think this would be make sense on this show thematically. Are you right? You're in the basement now, right, Mike?
I'm in my basement, yes.
So what if you just took them on a very tiny tour of your shit that you got?
No, there you go.
Well, we'll do that. I actually have to run in a few minutes too, because I got to run out.
Do a quick walk through.
You got to use the bathroom. So brush your shit before you use the bathroom.
Oh no! Knowing Mike, you have to go to Target.
We saw the DVDs. We saw the DVDs and shit. But now, like, I'm working on my Star Wars shit. Look at this is my look at this beauty. This beauty is fantastic. Here's my original Falcon from when I was a kid. This is my original one that I had.
Nice. Let's see that. Let's see the Emperor's ship again. That looks pretty cool. I want to show my son over here, who's hiding.
Oh my God,
that looks great.
I just picked this up not that long ago.
Is that an actual toy thing or is that a model?
No, it's a toy.
Is that the original one from the 80s?
It's the one from the 90s, like the 90s. Nice. And then over here listen, most of you have been here. Here's my newest Funko Pop outside of Courage, because Courage is a great one. I got the Hex Girls from Scooby-Doo.
Wait, hold on. I got to bring
the Black Power, the Black Power Funko
Pop. Bring him full screen.
Back.
Hey, there he goes.
He's back.
Resurrected.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah. I've been hearing you, but you haven't been hearing me.
We got all the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, we got you back. Tom is back.
We're getting a tour of Mike's setup here.
I know, and I'm just I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. It's good stuff.
Don't trip. Watch out for that thing that you just you almost tripped there.
What? I ain't tripping anything. Whoa! It's a door.
Wait before you go.
Mike.
Now we know what good comics Mike has. We can go over and rob his house.
I got a lot of good shit.
I want that. You got a Dukes of Hazzard car with the rebel flag on it. I need one of those.
I
eliminate all of them.
I have one of the Hot Wheel. I have my Hot Wheel from when I was a kid with the
shelves of all this stuff on them.
I don't even know where
stuff.
Are your toys still set up like in the cabinets and stuff?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Show the cabinets.
Well, the lighting's not great here, but we got the Muppets.
What's that thing? Is that the bricks?
Okay.
All right. What is that thing?
Alf and Friends.
Oh, nice.
It's got all kinds of stuff on.
I can see. Oh, I saw the old.
Yeah, he's got all shelves and shelves.
What is that creepy doll that you have there in the corner? Is that a?
Oh,
it's Kermit. Hello, everybody.
Holiday ears.
I'm Kermit the Frog.
Holiday ears. He's good to go there. But yeah, so that's that.
Yeah, very cool.
But yeah, I actually got to run because I got to go take care of it.
Baby.
All right, take care.
It's good to see you guys.
Poster that looks fantastic.
If I had that Kermit doll, it'd be dangerous.
Say goodbye to Danny Crampstein, everybody.
What the?
All right, nice to meet
you. Meet you guys.
You're talking about
man. Listen, if I had that Kermit the Frog doll, it'd be dangerous. I'll be talking like this.
Anyways, but no, yeah. So that's a little bit of what we got here at the house. But I actually have to run. Grazia, I'll give you a buzz later on.
All right, let's talk tomorrow.
Take care, Mike.
Marty, I'm sure I'll talk to you.
Marty, it's always good to see you as well.
Well, you guys
Good seeing you.
I'm leaving. You guys are staying on.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll just a couple more
Mike,
minutes.
it's been.
I'm gonna
it's
go
been forever
through
since
that.
I've seen you.
All right.
It's been forever since I've seen you. Nice seeing you again.
Pleasure seeing you guys. Michael, thanks for having me on again.
Yep, you're well. Anytime,
Let's-
man. And we'll talk.
let's-
soon
All
about
right, man.
coming
Marty.
on.
Well, Janine, I'll be expecting to see her soon.
Yeah,
I
I want a
will let
roach.
her
I want
know.
a roach.
All right.
All right.
Take care,
We're gonna
everybody.
be taking
Bye,
orders. We're
guys.
taking orders
Bye,
for
Mike.
Janine.
Bye, Marty.
Bye.
Take care, guys.
All right, guys.
So, in closing, Michael, what is the more? How are we leaving the year 2021 behind? What is your closing thoughts?
I gotta say, I personally am looking to organize my time. This is my goal, so that I can focus on building, if you want to call it, products of whether it's comics or animation, whatever.
Build back better.
Yep. And I really want to focus on building my business back, that I don't have to have a day job or as much of a day job as I have right now. And I'm not saying it's only full time, just me doing whatever I'm doing. I mean, I want to get back to freelancing for other people. One of my goals, to be honest, has been what Andrew is doing, drawing, fantasy stuff. I mean, not really maps. I'm not a map illustrator, but fantasy characters, backgrounds. I'm working on a comic right now, and I've had issues over the last few years making comics, whether it was for whatever reason. And it wasn't that I can't draw. You guys know me. I can do my art. It was whatever life was happening at the time that is preventing me.
Yeah.
And what I've decided to do, and I can't show it tonight because I need a new computer to have too many programs open at once.
Right.
But I've been attacking comics now as an animator. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing backgrounds large, like I would for an animation.
Right.
And then I'm drawing usually digital. I might do a sketch, but I'll draw, say, at like 600 DPI of a 10 by 10 background.
Right.
And then I'll draw the comic at 300 DPI. So I have such a larger background I can bring in, scale it down, pick the areas I need to be in, and then just draw because I'm very quick with the characters. It's the background, it's perspective that takes me the time.
Yeah.
So one of the comics I'm working on, my Dax Photon comic, what I'm doing is it's a 60-page story. I've started drawing it, but I stopped, and I'm redoing it now, using this process. I've gone through about 20 pages, and I've seen that in a few of them, like inside of Dax's spaceship is like 8-9 pages of the story.
Right.
So I got to draw really 2 different angles of a spaceship.
Which do you prefer? Do you prefer Adobe Animate or do you prefer the Toon Boom? Because I've used.
Here's the thing. Oh, actually, it's funny you say that. I was going to draw for the comic everything in Photoshop.
Right.
But when I animate, I've been using Adobe Animate since it's been Adobe Flash.
Right.
Actually, even before, since it's been Macromedia Flash.
Right.
Okay, so we're going back to the 90s.
You're showing your age, but go ahead.
Yeah. But I do enjoy Adobe, and you know what? I'll show you something right now. This I could share because I think I have Adobe Animate open, and it doesn't take a lot of background,
right?
Like RAM to keep it open. So share screen.
Animated Flash. Oh my God!
It takes longer to load because it's on the cloud, And
yeah. So right here is a background I've been playing with for a Dax Photon piece.
Nice.
So
beautiful.
Nice.
Thank you. I haven't finished it. I was just seeing how would it work because I've been drawing at 600 DPI, but I can draw in vector here in Adobe Animate, have everything clean.
True.
Right? And it'll just, whatever this frame is the frame. So I was just playing with an outer space scene.
Yeah.
And everything is basically symbols here. but I can export this as like a JPEG or a PNG file. And because this is going to be a webcomic and not print, at least not right now,
right.
I can export this at a higher res, like 600 DPI. So if I just went up to File, Export, Image, right? I believe.
Right.
Let me just wait for this to come up. Oh no, this is for a GIF, I believe. Cancel. I got to remember how to do it. I haven't exported in a while. Is it export?
It's File, Export, and then
is it movie
or
video media? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But there's I gotta remember how to do it. It's been a while.
So is that a dot? Is that a dot mov? A dot mov?
No, I don't think. Let me see. So here's the stage size, scene, entire movie. I don't get to choose. It's one of those choices there.
Okay.
Let me just see real quick.
You want to basically send it. You would export it as a movie clip or background. You can actually just go to and import it.
Oh, right here, JPEG sequence PNG. So if I go as a JPEG sequence,
right?
Oh no, the sequence would. Yeah, I'm only in one frame, so I can do it like this.
Right.
And if I hit save, it should give me. So right here, the DPI, I can say 300. Let's say, right? So it brings me to 8,000 to 8,000 frames. Quality, bring it up to 100%. Click OK. They'll ask me what I want to save it as in a moment, or did already. And now if I go to my desktop, which you won't be able to see right now, here's the JPEG of the file. And I'm going to, hold on. I forgot it does that.
Damn, I wish I could see it clear.
That's what
no, you can't see the image right now.
No, not the image. I'm talking about your file, the rulers, so I could actually just point it like there.
Oh, yeah, it's a little dark. I don't know why.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
Dark.
Like, look at that. There.
But yeah, this little outline right here, I go overboard. But if I wanted to, I have this comet here. It's not a locked layer, but I could take this comet and actually animate it if I wanted to, and I can move this like nebula type of thing around and have the planets. But and if I was to animate, I would add a camera to this scene here, and then I could zoom around the camera, you know.
So 400 DPI is what you normally animate.
No, 300 is what I draw in.
Okay.
600 is what I've been doing the Photoshop backgrounds in.
Ah.
So I could play with the size, and I've been doing them around 10 by 10 because if you have 11 by 17, you break it down to 10 by 15. So 10 is always going to be my width.
Right.
And then I go 10 height because if I just have a larger panel, I'm not going to have everything 11 by 17 or 10 by 15 in my drawings, you know? So I've been playing around with different ways to use my animation back because I think more like an animator than a comic artist usually.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm always thinking in that movement, the film aspect. So like I could come in later and say, you know what, I want this planet, which is locked right now.
You want to zoom in on it?
Where is it here? Planet. Let's try this.
I know it's beautiful.
Thanks. And planet cloud. So I can literally select this and say, hey, you know what? I want it up here now. And I've changed the angle by doing everything as.
Actually, you want to know something? That looks better.
Yeah.
What?
Like Obscura. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm just playing around with, because the idea, this was going to be, if I went with this was going to be the opening shot where Dax is on the planet and their ship is above the planet, but there's an alien ship, like this great beast of a ship attacking them. So the idea was, I haven't built it, but the idea was there would be Dax's ship right here, and then this big alien ship taking up the room. And I was going to take this alien ship here, and it was going to come in at an angle and be rotated right here, while Dax's ship was going to be smaller, you know, more like this, kind of hovering over the planet. And just because of layers, I can't get to over the planet. So I was going to kind of have this nice composition that I was making, and this would have been the shot. And I don't know if I would have had the comet or the nebula based on the size of the panel, but this would have been my shot. And then the dialogue would be happening here. And then the next scene.
Are we looking at everything in reverse? Because it looks like you're doing everything from right to left instead of left to right.
Well, I'm building. I'm building like for the screen how things would move.
But on I don't know if it's your screen reversed.
No, but this panel
on the left or on the right.
No, it's on the right. It's on the right. But this panel would be cut like right here, so it would be on the right side. It's actually the second panel. So there's panel 1,
right,
which is the opening shot of this,
right,
and then panel 2 is the close up of it. So. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I don't know if I'll be fully in Adobe Animate. I do work kind of fast in it. And you were mentioning Toon Boom, which I like. I'm waiting to buy a new computer so I could, I'm going to go buy Toon Boom. Let me get to the screen here. So let's just see. Joe says, going in the year, I'm looking, put my book out harder, launch it on Indiegogo.
That's right.
That's a great thing. He says, looks great, by the way, thanks. And he's going to do that with his comics traditionally. I think a lot of people are kind of working that way. I saw Andrew, you were kind of nodding and pointing up to how you're working.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I've always been confused is I have friends of mine who are now posting and webtoons. It's really more of like for mangas and non-manga. I don't know how that business model works. So like I was like, I mean, I know a lot of people want to do their comic books through that, but I'm sorry, I have a general mistrust for things like of that nature. And there's like, but I really would love, like, if it was up for me, since I've already established, one, I don't want to screw up with anything I've been doing. Someone has seen my work, given me the opportunity, and for like 15 years, I've been behind the scenes, front of the scenes, and I've been like crawling up. And I feel like I've been like, honestly, I've been graduating from like me as a guy who worked in the conventions, as a guy who always dreamed, to now finally fulfilling certain dreams while people are actually giving me these opportunities. So, but really what I really am trying to do is create my own franchise. I've already learned a lot from every step of the way, and creating my own franchise is one of the things I've been wanting to do, especially since I've always ran the game, I've always done comic books. I'm okay with sequential. I'm okay in a sequential because, as you can see, I can draw sequential. I have all these trees, and the weird way I draw is like, this hyper, and I'm decent with sequential, but I feel like right now I always follow where people are giving me the opportunities, and it seems like I've been doing a lot of games related work, and I would love to do a comic book, and I would love to do like ink it, draw it, ink it. But for the past 2 years, it's just been like one book after another, and it's really just been like I went from like an indie game to like another indie game to now a bigger known company, but it's on an open license. Like one of the greatest perks I got was didn't have to buy a damn book for Dungeons and Dragons. Like I was given their entire library for free, and I was just like, awesome, to me that was payment enough. I was like, I know you're paying me crap, but wait, I get to go into the archives and find any kind of picture I want and keep it. Every PDF I've ever seen, and they were like, sure, and I was just like, just like any geek guy would. But what I really want to do is like, I'm trying, because I know for a fact, I'm going to tell you now, Ray gave me some great advice. Even while when I first made Ray Felix, he gave me some great advice. Told me that I do have the sales thing, but I just know, and I was just like,
should you share Ray's advice?
Well, no, he goes, you have the speaking down and how to sell your thing, but now you just have to close the deal. So I had to shut the fuck up. So,
it's okay, man.
Sometimes, yeah, even myself, I talk too much.
Sometimes. Yeah. So like
oversell, sometimes you oversell,
Yeah, you oversell, but he gave me some great advice, and it was just like, and of course, like I was like, I've been getting like so much advice, and I went to like one conventions after another. You guys seen me for years there, and you've seen me like helping people out, and you've seen me getting like brutalized and, and like just every single like doggy dog convention work you could ever think of, I've done like behind the scenes. And now I'm like, I finally got the table, people looking at my work, and yeah, that's what I really want to be. Like right now, like it's 2022. I don't want to screw up like the opportunities I've been given. I want to be more gracious to people who have, absolutely more gracious to people who have given me advice, who's been there, who's pat me on the shoulder. Even this small, like I'm going to tell you right now, like I have all these people who I have to thank, and that's the weird thing is I think the only way I could thank them is by still being in the industry even after taking all these lumps. Yeah, but COVID's not going to stop me. I'm just going to be working here like usual in my workspace in my head. Yeah. So like I said, I do enjoy that there was no traffic as much, but everyone was at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, conventions, I will eventually come back. That's just a given.
I want to do that, but right now I haven't been able to do certain work. I want to be able to focus on that, and when I have product, I'm happy to go back to shows when I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But Ray and Tom, if you're still there, what are your plans?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Tom fell asleep. You okay, Tom?
No, I'm just waiting to talk.
Hey, go ahead, Tom.
Plan number 1 is to stay alive. After that, I think I have 3 books I'm going to come out with in 2022. The Astron, the huge graphic novel, which is 250 pages, 40 years in the making. The Lana of the Lost Land graphic novel, which I'm still working on. And then the Astron from the 30s to the 70s is special. So those 3, and then Ray has about 30 books to do. So
Ray is he's a monster.
I have 21 unpublished comic books, actually. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm just like trying to color as much as possible.
Just don't open your mouth so Marvel and DC can steal your ideas.
I know that's the trick. That's the trick.
Ray has to learn to shut up a little bit.
I think the problem is that with social media, I'll tell you something that recently happened. Tom knows this. I showed a picture that I drew. I don't remember how old I was. When Jason Todd died, it was 1988, and I was probably like 14, 15 years old, right? So and I posted that picture, and I was like, this is the picture. I submitted this to DC after they killed Jason Todd, right? He has a red helmet, right? Like the Red Hood, but he has a cooler costume, but he's more like it was inspired by Akira, but he has like this red like spacesuit type of thing. And then I drew a version of how it would look today and posted it on Facebook. Do you know that showed up in the Future State? They actually did an issue with that costume, like literally like a few months later. So this is the problem. It's like people are watching what I'm doing on social media and they're actually taking it and using it. And then after it came out on Future State, I put the comic book there and like, look, I just posted this a few months ago and now this is done. It's like it really irritates me, but
excuse me, sorry.
It's like you really can't say what you're doing, even if that's why I don't like to do fan art anymore. Like I won't do another version.
Well, there is something just speaking of fan art, this is a conversation I have with a lot of people. There's a lot of people who go to shows and just do prints of other people's characters.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm not going to say I didn't do that when I started off. That's what
we
I
all
thought.
did. We all did.
Yeah, we all did. I thought that's
Yeah.
what you did. And then when I realized that I'm out to build a brand,
Yeah.
that I'm out to build characters and sell myself and what I have as a brand, I don't need someone else, my version of Spider-Man as a print to sell.
Exactly.
I want people to be buying my characters.
Exactly.
You know? And one of the things that is great and I'm playing with a lot are public domain characters.
Yeah. Start with that too, yeah.
And those I would be happy to turn into prints. I would love to see, more people's take on public domain and try to sell them as prints than their Spider-Man or Superman.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see.
Plus, also, they wouldn't get sued.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? And again, we're getting longer into this than I thought we would. But you know, the only company that really went after people was Lucas, right?
Yeah.
They would look and say, "Oh, you have Star Wars stuff? Where's your ID that says you have allowed to sell Lucas characters?" You know.
Well, some Marvel did stop. A few people.
I haven't seen Marvel or DC or any companies stop anybody. I mean,
well, I can tell you one guy that was making a killing doing. He was one of the early guys that were doing prints. They shut him down and blocked him from all the shows. Mark Waid blocked him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And because he was making a lot of money, and they were like, "Oh, he's saying he's a ghost artist and he's a liar." Well, how do you know he's a ghost artist? You know, how do you know? I knew. I used to do stuff for the guy too. Like I used to do commissions for him. He used to pay me big money, you know, just to do drawings, the fan art stuff. And he never said it was his, but he would sell it. You know, he'd have me color his work. You know, so he had a system down. He was not just drawing himself, but he was also hiring other artists to do it. And it seemed like some of these DC people got so jealous of him, they got rid of him, right? You know, they gave him a bad name. They got rid of him. They attacked his family on Facebook, photoshopped evil pictures, just distorted pictures of his children on Facebook. And they went after him. And then, but now, you see, everyone's doing that. What he was doing, everybody's doing at these shows. And
that's what they were buying at Rhode Island. That's all they were buying. With half of it was people with prints, and half of the stuff is, you know, they probably pull it off the net or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we can't sell our wonderful books.
Yeah, if they worked on the art, like on the actual comic, I'm okay with them selling that, but if they haven't worked on it, that's where my issues.
Oh, the guy was a ghost
right
for the majors.
You know, I used to have this conversation with a few friends of mine regularly, and I was talking. I mean, you guys remember Dan? I know Andrew. I don't think you ever met Dan, but Dan and I were talking about putting on a show, and the only people who were going to be coming either had to be pro in the industry or had their own books. We weren't going to take anyone who just sells prints. You know, and if they had prints of other like mainstream characters, they had to prove they worked on them. But Dan's rules were going to be so strict because he was against it, and I was, you know, I am too. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna knock someone for doing it. If a promoter brings them into the show, listen, and they make money, good for them. I'm not knocking it. It's not for me though. You know, and I think, like, even with cosplay, I'm not anti-cosplay, but I'm anti the people who just dress up as known characters. You look at a guy like Father Evil who does shows, who created his
Father Evil.
Father Evil,
dude. Father Evil's he's been there for like almost 40 years.
It seems like that, right?
He's been there for 40 years. I think that dude has not been aged. He doesn't age.
He's a great guy. Mike and I interviewed him on In Credit Chat. Awesome dude. But here's a guy who created his own character, made a brand for himself, that now he's being invited to go out and host horror cons or whatever other shows and be MCs and stuff. But he built that himself.
Elvira.
Yeah, he built his Elvira,
Yeah,
the problem with the cosplay is that all these people don't carry money around with them because the girls have tight costumes. They can't carry money. So they just they just go around and they, pose whatever, and some of them accept money for posing, and and that's it. And so they get in front of your table, posing. Your customers can't get through. And you tell them, "Bitch, move out of the way." But
I would do that a lot more politely. But I do want to say this about cosplay because I'm not, like I said, I'm not.
I wouldn't put it like that, but
That's why we gave them their separate floor.
I wouldn't use that language.
I used to build like puppets and like props and like stage props for puppetry shows. So I love it when I can talk to a cosplayer who crafts their own costume.
Thank you.
I appreciate that as an art form, even if it is a character that it is. I may not like that they're dressing up as Batman, but if they sculpted the suit, if they built their own utility belt and all that, and it has mechanics and stuff, I love to talk to the people about those things. I appreciate that. I respect that. I just may not be like, oh, well, you're just Batman. It's not a big deal to me, your costume.
Yeah, I mean, those are people that are being creative, building their own costumes of these characters. Like I said, Comic-Con a few years ago, he had his Green Lantern costume, and the whole fucking thing lit up. Yeah. It was like all LED. It was like unbelievable. Far better than anything in the fucking Green Lantern movie. It actually lit up on its own. It didn't need CGI. Whatever.
Too, like these cosplayers in California, they have this special effects college, and a lot of the students make up their own uniforms, and it looks much better than what you see on film. You're like, why aren't they hiring these guys to work on these movies? Speaking of that, it just popped in my head, and we're gonna have to end soon, but this just popped in my head. Do you guys remember watching the fan trailer? And this is like 20 years ago. It was a fan film, 8 minutes, called Batman Dead End.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Sandy Calara, sure. I'm friends with him on Facebook.
That was the best live-action Batman and Joker I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. And, he had, I don't know if he worked for them or whatever, but he had connections with Stan Winston's Creature Shop, which is how he got the Alien and Predator stuff built. Yeah. But that, to me, is how I want to see, like, a comic book. To this day, that's how I want to see it. Yeah. And that's because this guy put, the money in, the passion in. He had the stuff crafted properly,
And he got fucked over by DC and Warner Brothers, so that's another story.
I'm sure he did.
If you go to his Facebook page, it's all there. He is he builds this stuff. He's a special effects guy. Go on his Facebook page. He sells, these you could have him make your own like Batman like costume or whatever. So I think he worked in special effects with Stan Winston and all those guys. Yeah. And but he tried to. He made a couple of movies on his own, which are pretty good. But he talked to them about working on the Batman or whatever DC books and movies rather. And they kind of like, say, okay, they took his ideas and then they said, oh, fine, nah, you're not big enough. So, yeah, he got fucked over too. And then, of course, everybody, after he did that, and everyone else was doing their own fan films. So he kind of like started the whole thing with the fan films, And he also did a World's Finest, I think. And there's another one called Grayson, I think.
He didn't do Grayson, but Grayson was
my favorite, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he kind of like is the godfather of these fan films, like James Cawley in upstate New York, who has the Star Trek Museum, is the godfather of the Star Trek fan films, and now everybody else is, there's 1,000 Star Trek fan films, but he's the one that started doing it.
Yeah,
he's
the IRS guys. Godfather. Remember these IRS guys did a Star Trek fan film? They actually used the revenue. The IRS actually used the revenue from the IRS to build their fan film. Was like millions of dollars.
Are you serious?
I also looked that up. I
gotta look that up. That would be a movie. That would be a movie.
I want that. I want that parody movie. That is
That's unbelievable. I never heard of that. That's fantastic.
It was a weird story that was like I read like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Like these guys just like they're all IRS agents. I think they made their own stunts. I mean,
They ripped off the government to make their own Star Trek film.
And they made their own Star Trek film just as like a promotion. It's basically how to these promotional ad things where not promotional ads. These safety videos, worker safety videos.
Right.
Star Trek themed.
That's hilarious.
The United States.
Now, did they do it for the government?
I have no idea. It was a training video.
That's hilarious.
Really?
That's just
We gotta look that up. That time.
I'm like weirded out with like, because I remember another one of the coolest things I remember. Here's the thing: I have no problem with cosplayers. My only problem is where their tables conflict with everyone else's, and they want to take a lot of space that's usually Artist Alley or Small Press, and they usually like sacrifice Small Press and Artist Alley just to give them the table. Which is fine.
I didn't understand. The Rhode Island show did the same thing. In the very front, they had all these cosplayers with their own tables, and they kind of then they were leading them towards the celebrities upstairs. But meanwhile, it's like, and they were leading people to the celebrities, things, and then they're veering people away from the actual people that are paying for the show, the vendors, and the comic artists. So the vendors selling the swords, all that actually pay for tables. The guys selling comic books, but from their their collections and stuff. They were basically empty in Rhode Island because they're sending everybody up to the celebrities so they can make their
problem. Number one, everyone thinks
they're guarantees.
Celebrities, and again, this is something I have an issue with at shows too. Yeah, it's nice that celebrities can come to shows, but I really don't care that they're there. For me, being an artist, a celebrity is a celebrity artist, if you will, someone who like we mentioned George Perez when he was doing shows, like to meet Perez. When I got to meet him at a show just really quickly. He was a great guy, really nice, really friendly, and he's a guy who never left his table, ever.
Literally.
He was super nice to everybody, and but to me, that 2-minute or less interaction I had with him was to me meeting a celebrity. When I met Mark Wolfman,
that's why they shouldn't call it Comic-Con. They should call it Celebrity Con because it had nothing to do with fucking comic books.
Now you have the fan cons that are going on.
I think I told Mike my George Perez story where I actually sat there and I basically managing his line, and I saw the man in front of me draw about 130 plus drawings personally for people, and it's just like the man was the man. I've never seen a man's hand blur. I swear to God, he had the speed fucking force because my language again.
Well, I was at con
130 plus. I've never seen that in my life. I've seen.
George is amazing, but he was like that in high school. But I was at a con. We were at a con together at. It was one of the early terrific cons when it was in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
So I was at a table with Rich Buckler. We were sharing a table, and we were across from George, right? And he never got up, maybe to go to the bathroom. For the 2 days, he sat there 8 hours doing the autographs, drawings. He never stopped. He never freaking. It was unbelievable. We're just looking in amazement. Like, my God, it's like, does he have carpal tunnel or something? It's like,
I get
it's just amazing. No, George is amazing. But listen, I'm not bragging that I helped to get him into the business, but I know the guy since I was like 13 years old, and he's been and he's been the same. He hasn't changed since then. And when we were in high school. On Sundays we would go to Montefiore Hospital and help with some of the patients, taking them to the mass there, and doing volunteer work. And this is just the way he's been. I mean, he started a Hero Initiative. He's done all kinds of charity stuff. helping people out, whatever. I mean, this is what really pisses me off, that he's got cancer now. Terminal cancer. It's like there are guys or people, God forbid, I don't want to say their names, they should get it, and not him, but then he gets it. So I just pisses me off.
Joel said it best. He says, "Only the good die young." So if there's a
I know
there.
Well, hopefully that he has that positive attitude, and usually what is, and people like that, they'll go longer than the 6 months to a year that he's given. Hopefully, be a few years, because it really fucking sucks. I just want to say that.
Yeah, you're at it. I mean, you rarely see, like, for me personally, I rarely saw someone in awe of their craft, like just pure awe of just what he did. He rendered, inked, penciled, rendered, inked, done. Here you go, rendered, done, and it was just like, and when I saw, and he had that patch, so he had one eye.
Oh, that was when he had the cataracts. Yeah, it was about that 3-4 years ago.
So, like, I'm looking at him doing this. He doesn't get up. Concerned that the people who were they were around him were taken care of, because he knows if I'm sitting here, there's going to be 1,000 people with him going to sit with him, and it was just like I was at and here's the thing, cancer is such a bitch, and I swear to you, it's like it's the most unfair thing ever. And in the back of my head, it goes, "Come on, no one could solve this problem." It seems like it seemed like there is a solvable issues in health and everything. But I'm a bit like everyone else, shocked, because like I idolize this man the moment I saw him draw personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I know George Perez, but then I saw George Perez, and to me, it's just like, it's the unfairness of it all. And yes, like you said, there should be some people. I have a list too. Everyone has that list.
Yeah.
But it's like,
now the thing is, of all the cancers to get, his is the absolute worst one. The pancreatic cancer is the worst one. I was talking to one of Felix's cousins, who was a doctor, and he talked to me. He went to the hospital in Philadelphia, and he just kind of shook his head when I told him. It's like, that's the worst one. Thank God the one I have, they've done a lot of progress. So, nothing close to what he's going through. It's just like,
it's crazy. I'm hopeful, because they've been pouring money ever since. They've been pouring more money in medical research. So even by accident, they're finding new stuff. Like they're finding, even by accident, we found this. We were looking for this, but we found that. I'm hoping that, because I'm an artist, but there's people who are just much more equipped for that, and that field. I'm hoping there's a breakthrough. I'm hoping that
hopefully, grants. I mean, years ago, well, in '93, I don't know if you know the actor Steve James. He was a black actor. He did a lot of. He was a good friend of mine also from, high school years, and then he passed away from the same thing in '93. And I'd only seen him a couple of months earlier. He called me up. He was in New York filming a movie. He said, "Tom, come on down, visit." So he's another guy that was a good friend of mine. And so this is like a double whammy. Now George also. It's like, it sucks.
But it hits like it hits, and like, I have family. I have an uncle who had it. My dad didn't have it. He had like symptoms, like they had to do the whole thing, where he had to do the whole thing. But yeah, I know, like, it's in my genes. Come on, find that cure, because it's in my genes too. So like, and
I know, it's just unreal.
And it's like, so like, come on, like, I'm really hoping that something. And I hope it's something not in a closet that's been 15 years still waiting. Here you go. It did all its trials. And then now big farm. Hey, it's going to cost like an arm and a leg just to save your life. Just like.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like they're making money on this shit. So you know, I don't know, but in any case, yeah, it's just it's just in that case. But luckily, listen, we're all going to try to do shit in 2022. I don't think that the Black Comic Con is going to happen in January, and I think Carbonero was going to do a winter con in January. I don't think that's going to happen either.
Right.
No, yeah, I was supposed to do the winter con because I was going to put my feet, test the waters, but I don't think that's happening. I really don't think.
No, I definitely am not going to go.
We're gonna seriously, dudes. We're gonna have to wrap up in a moment, but I will say this: with everything that's happening right now, I mean, I hope we don't, but I do think there might be shortly after the new year a shutdown for a few weeks, maybe a month. Not like we had before, but I do think something's coming with numbers rising. I mean,
yeah. Well, look at the UK.
Yeah,
it's happening in the UK right now.
You're in Jersey for your day job, and they have really high rising numbers over there. I haven't been keeping up with
COVID.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with the New York, but I mean, we're right next door.
Well, they canceled a lot of Broadway shows today.
Yes, no, I know that.
Tickets lost that.
Nets tickets are gone. Yeah, you can't. The Nets are closed, and Madison Square Garden is closed. Yeah,
I think after the new year they're going to wait for the shopping to be over, all this stuff, and when the
new
year
make their money first.
Yeah, when the new year begins, I think we're gonna. I don't think it's going to be like we were, but I do think you got like a month.
Yeah, that's the time to crank shit out, man. That's be creative.
Well, listen. Yep. We during the COVID, Ray and I knocked out like hundreds of pages. So here we go again.
Here we go again.
And listen, if it is a long term, again, I hope it's not. But if it is a long term,
my dad, I'm gonna tell you right now. We have parents who were telling me about. Oh, you remember? Oh, you don't understand. We had polio. People actually knocked on our door and said, "When are you getting that shot?" Whatever happened to those days? I'm like, I don't know.
Right. Well, that's the whole thing. But then you have all the anti-vaxxers,
Get out your house.
Well, the anti-vaxxers are the ones that are dying off now.
Back in them days, man, I want that old dude knocking on the door. Get out here. You're going to get vaccinated. But I don't want a big mark that stays in your arm forever. Get out of the house.
Yeah,
exactly.
All right, guys. You guys, on that note, I'd like to end. I'd like to wish you guys a happy holiday, whether you celebrate Christmas or whatever. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry
Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa for you guys.
Whatever it is you guys celebrate, have a great one. If I don't talk to you before that, I want you guys.
Hey, it's already gone, so forget it.
And
I would love to come back. Yep, I would love to come back.
You guys back on the show. I'd love to see you.
Oh, that's Ray. What's he gonna do?
Don't forget the Bronx Heroes, in Trumpland, Black Power, World Without Superheroes, and Punchline.
Yeah. If you want to buy, if you want commissions cheap, Astron3100@gmail.com. I work cheap. Hey, listen, I inked 2 pages while I was talking to you, jokers. So
that's fantastic.
This cover, actually.
So there.
So you guys, that's it. Have a great holiday. Have a great New Year.
You too.
I hope we can get together soon. Maybe grab lunch or dinner, but we'll see how everything's going.
Hey, listen, the Mirage Diner in New Rochelle is great.
Yep, I love the show, man.
All right,
man.
New Rochelle.
All right.
There you go. Mirage.
All
right. We'll talk.
Take care.
Mirage Diner, New Rochelle, man.
El Dorado's good too. The El Dorado 3.
There you go.
The El Dorado, guys. We'll talk. It's what is it? 11. It's after 11 here. I do have to get to sleep.
Right. I gotta go to bed. I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. Take care.
Yeah, all right.
I'll see you guys soon. Thanks again for coming.
All right, guys. All right.
All right. Bye.
Aloha.
Aloha. All right. So thank you for everyone who tuned in and stayed throughout the entire show or came in whenever you did. Yeah, it's late. I'm tired. I didn't think we were going to go this long, but I love chatting with everybody here. They're all great guys. I loved tonight. I got to do more shows like this where I just have friends and we BS for a bit. Next week, I'm going to confirm my guest. I have a really great one coming on next week. So look for ads tomorrow or Thursday. I think I have an exciting show next week. And it's about a book that's filled with so many talented artists. But look for that. Thanks, you guys, for tuning in. You guys, whatever holiday you celebrate, if it, if it is Christmas, Merry Christmas. Anything else that I can't think of right now, you have a great one. You have a great New Year, guys. I'll see you before the New Year, but you guys have a great one. All right, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.